We're all recording?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott?
Huh?
Recording?
No.
Nope.
I hope you're kidding.
Nope.
Scott, are you really not recording?
Yep. You guys are cutting out for me, so I completely missed this entire countdown.
Alright, well, at least we only had a minute of audio. Delete your audio. Scott, can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Give me one second. Give me 1 second.
I really didn't hear you guys. I was like,
I believe you. Put on my gloves.
So that might be a recurring problem this time around. I don't know. I was messing with me earlier, the internet.
Why did you do that, Evan? Why would you do that, Evan?
Root beer opening.
Really? Alright. So you ready, Scott?
I am ready now, yeah.
Did you do your sound check? Sound good?
Yep.
Alright, cool. On 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Rugged.
We're all good?
Mm-hmm.
Scott, if I mute my mic in Audacity, it doesn't pick up anything, so I might do that.
Yeah,
Again,
but
that's not gonna help.
it's just like the moments when you're talking will have that background noise on it, and if you do noise removal and just without having to worry about muting your mic or anything, it'll help clear out your audio, make you sound better.
Yeah, because if you do that every time you're talking, you can't noise removal.
Yeah, it's just it won't be able to tell what you're.
Never mind.
Just don't worry about it.
It doesn't help.
Just let me do it in post.
I was just gonna mute it once at the end, and then take that selection.
That's not how noise removal
That's
works.
not how noise removal finds out what your background noise is and puts in silence in
So
place of it.
you just highlight a place that has noise in it that you're not talking. So you have to sort of listen to make sure you're not talking.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
I'm using it wrong then.
Yes, you have. Everyone has.
It's your personal background noise. Like whatever is happening in your background is going to be different from like Scott's. So you go in and get a selection of that. Like it might be an air conditioner buzzing, or it might be your computer fan buzzing.
Like mine.
Okay, I've been using it wrong. I've been taking the selection white noise and.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything.
Yeah, no, you want
That's how you.
what your background sounds like. And they're like, oh, this is what. Yeah, and I was wrong. And then the next time I said I was doing it wrong, do it like
I don't
this.
remember that part. I just remember you telling us to keep doing it the way we have been.
Well, at least it hasn't been a problem up until last week. Last week was bad. But you have a new
Just
mic
take the
now,
audio
so-
for when we do core swap and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Pretty much. Oh yeah, core talk. Let me head that to the dock.
Hey,
I said shut up,
what's
Evan.
going on?
I said it's Saturday, November 23rd, 2013, and you're listening to the Irrational Passions podcast. I'm Alex O'Neill, and I'm your host this evening. With me, I have Brian Nobishin Jackson. Evan the Walrus Wall.
Or.
Really? This is the week that you chose? And
That translates
Scott.
to, hey, that's me.
Hey,
Hey, that's me. Scott the Enigma Guthier. Scotty G.
I already said hey.
What's going on?
That's your fault.
That was, yeah, that was me. Where's Tony Nobishin?
I don't know. I didn't even knock on his phone. I'll text.
Playing
He won't
Huh.
answer.
Yeah, because he's playing Elder Scrolls Online. You can talk about that. So, anyway, we got the four of us here. We're going to be talking about not the Xbox One. We were hoping to have someone come on and talk about it with us, but there were
Hey,
time constraints that wouldn't work, unfortunately.
I wasn't able to go on their podcast either. It got too late in their life.
Why?
Oh, we're gonna call it off. One of them's not gonna be able to get it on until midnight my time or later.
Yes. We're talking about the Gamecocks Gamecast, for those
So I'm
curious.
hopefully gonna be on there next week. Or
Yeah, well, prepare
soon.
yourself. That is a... Yeah.
I
That's
heard,
a...
I was watching when you did it.
It's, yeah, man, it's offensive. Morally, physically, emotionally. Anyway, let's talk about what's up, guys. If you've been checking the website this past week, you know that a couple awesome things went up. The latest episode of Writers Ramble is up. The End of a Generation. Our podcast went up. I reviewed Contrast and Resogun. Resogun, really good. Contrast, just okay.
Speaking of writing, I need to do that some more.
Greg Way.
Write some more.
Greg Way. You should write more, Evan. Writing's fun.
It's just hard.
Malicious Underground Podcast X. Number 6 is up. Muppets. Number 6 is up. Jarrett wrote a review on How to Survive.
Never stop.
Never stop. That's how you survive. And that's it. There's more stuff coming next week. We got a special Thanksgiving piece coming for you guys, and the Best of a Generation, the third-party games, which is
Best turkeys in gaming, I'm assuming.
Best turkeys in gaming. I believe the piece is entitled "The Games That Keep on Giving."
Oh.
So it's
like the Native Americans that use every part of the game to make their... Oh no, that's pretty dope.
That's pretty good though. I'll tell Zach that it was his idea for that article. I think he'll appreciate it. So there'll be some stuff up. We are not doing a podcast next week. It is Thanksgiving, and we will be taking the week off, just like we will be taking the Christmas week off. So
Maybe
just keep that in
you
mind.
are.
Yeah, Nobshin's gonna record a Christmas special with Joe.
Christmas
Okay.
special.
Normally, I can't even be in my room on Christmas, so.
Yeah, now I can be because I live away from my family, but that's pretty much how it went. But yeah, 2 years ago, Joe was like, "Hey man, let's do a Christmas episode," and then we got on Skype. It was just him and me, and we recorded like an hour-long Christmas episode that he edited. So
I think I remember
I
that.
remember that.
it's called
I
the
didn't
Irrational.
listen to it, but I remember it.
The Irrational Passions 2011 Christmas Special. You should go listen to it. It's a short and sweet show. We just talked about news for the most part, and that was it. Yeah, so there you go. Maybe we'll do something like that this year. Maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, nothing next week. Black Friday, we will not be recording. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get right into it. Scott, how's your week treating you?
Alright. Yes,
Sorry.
only alright.
Oh,
Even though we hung out.
we did hang out. We hung out 3 days this week.
And I wasn't invited.
Well,
No.
twice, two of those times it was after class, so no.
Yeah.
You weren't invited. We hung out yesterday too. That was fun.
It was real fun.
Yeah,
Never
okay. You got me there.
So that's it. Just okay.
Those are the highlights of my week. The days where we hung out.
Yep.
Every other day is either study because I have tests all before Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that happened.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Nobshin. We hung out as well.
Yeah.
You got your hands on a PS4.
Are we going to that now?
Yeah, let's just get that out of the way. What did you think
Wait,
of
you
it?
got you got a PS4? Awesome, man.
No, he played with my PS4.
Oh.
I thought, okay.
I got my hands on it and
Got
like I
your hands
touched
on, I
it.
thought you meant.
Yeah, he touched that controller. So what did you think of it?
Yeah, a lot of hand poop on it. It's fine.
A lot of hand poop. Yeah. My hands are pooping constantly on that controller. It's weird. But yeah, you got to play around with the UI. You played some Resogun. We'll get to that in a bit, but just the system in general. What did you think of it?
That seems pretty cool. It's always one of those post-mortem type of things where it's like, oh wow, like I bought this. It was like, I wouldn't have anything to play on it. Maybe Resogun, but that's probably about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, oh, now that the hype has died down, it's like, oh wow, I really wouldn't have anything to play on this. Like I maybe played Assassin's Creed, but other than that, I don't
Assassin's
know.
Creed's amazing.
Assassin's Creed is actually fucking spectacular. I will say. But yeah, no, it is like there was a lot of hype in it, and like I was glad that I had things that I had been looking forward to that were also coming out on it. You know, like Battlefield 4 and Assassin's Creed were things that I wanted to play regardless, and they also came out on PS4 and looked way prettier. But yeah, I understand. It is like a good idea to wait at this point because like by the time Infamous comes out in March, you'll also have like a bunch of good downloadable games like Act of Dead, Raise the Dead, and that one shmup that they showed at E3, and also
Galaxy.
Transistor. Yeah, Galaxy. And Transistor's coming out winter next year. So, what
Man,
would
that's
that
a
be?
long time.
No, like early winter. It's early next year. They said. So you'll have
Early. Oh, okay. Oh,
like
okay. God, you
January,
made it
February.
for a second.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
Okay.
So by the time like Infamous comes out, which is like that's the big system seller, you'll also have a bunch of really cool downloadables that you can sink your teeth into. And hopefully by that point it'll be like one after the other as far as games coming out for it.
But why would I need PS4 then? I can always get Final Fantasy X.
There you
No,
go. Except,
no,
is Final Fantasy X ever going to
no.
come out?
Yeah, it's coming out around the same time as Titanfall and Infamous.
Really?
So, yeah,
Because like it was like winter 2013 for the longest time.
for
So,
Japan, they never said it
yeah.
for America.
Okay.
So they needed 3 months for translation and shit.
Yeah. Weird. That game is the situation surrounding that game is weird, but other than that, how was your week, Navashin?
Just work. Nothing special other than hanging out with friends, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Bought bus tickets so I can go see family next week, so that's cool.
When am I taking you to the bus depot, by the way?
I have to be there around like 10 a.m. So like I would
On
like to get there
what
on
day?
Wednesday.
Okay, that should be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. So as long as I get there like probably an hour early, I'll be good.
Yeah. Evan, how about you?
Yeah.
How's life?
It's been good. It's been good.
Okay,
I,
got
I, I
it.
was gonna jump into the games, but I realized it's not that time yet.
We're almost there. I'm trying to catch up with you. How we didn't hang out this weekend. I saw everybody else except for
I
Greg
know,
because Greg's like
I'm
dead or
2.5
something.
hours away. God.
Yeah, we should hang out over Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, that is an Evan's fault. You should be ashamed.
Come with us, because right now I don't have hours scheduled for Black Friday, so you should come with me when I go people watching on Black Friday midnight.
I have hours scheduled for Black Friday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
4 to 9.
4 to 9 a.m.
I work at a grocery store.
Yeah, it's not gonna be bad.
No,
They'll
it's
just-
gonna be those people trying to return a bunch of the stuff they didn't use at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that does happen.
So.
Ugh, people are gross.
Yeah, no, they are. Having several friends that have worked at grocery stores. Yeah,
I didn't know people were that trifling. That's weird.
yeah, 100%. It's fucked up.
I didn't use this cranberry sauce,
So
take it back.
Give me my money.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have to deal with that. I'll be sitting as a cashier or unboxing food or something. I don't know. I'll be doing something.
Cool. Get that Christmas duck, son.
Yeah.
Cool.
What else? Class. Okay. This was yesterday. I got up at 8:45, like I do every day. I had class at 10. I got up, had class for 10 minutes, and came back home. I was so disappointed
Why for only 10 minutes?
because all my teacher had to do was pass out a paper, and then like, go, leave. It's like, thanks. So I sat.
So that was your life.
Huh?
So that was your life.
Yeah.
All right.
Tests. We have 2 more weeks of school, I think.
For us,
week
it's
after
3, including Thanksgiving.
Week after Thanksgiving, and we have 1 more week after that, which is finals week.
Well, technically, Scott and I, at least in the one class that I have, only have 1 week after Thanksgiving week.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Because,
only
like,
have, 1 more week class, and then I'm done until finals.
cool. That's awesome.
So, yeah.
All right. As for myself, for those Whovians out there,
Oh yeah.
Dr. Whovians, the 50th anniversary special of Doctor Who was broadcast tonight, the night we're recording.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've watched it, Evan. If you have,
I can't. There's no BBC channel at school. I'm so pissed.
God, your language, man. Come on.
it should be on Hulu tomorrow, if that makes you feel better.
I'll have it.
Yeah, jeez.
When I get
Oof.
home on Tuesday night. I have all new episodes of
Gotcha.
Doctor Who to record on my DVR.
Yep, so my roommate, Ethan, he's a huge Doctor Who fan. He's the
Oh, yeah,
biggest
that
one I
guy.
know. Oh, yeah, that guy.
That guy.
And he's making me watch the 3 seasons leading up to Doctor Who. So like half of my week has just been watching Doctor Who with him.
Is it good?
It's pretty good. Like I like it. I don't love it. It is quite corny and goofy.
Where do you start you?
He started me on season 5.
Okay.
So like right at the beginning of the Matt Smith 11th Doctor.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go back and watch that. He just wanted me, like I started back in the summer, and he wanted me to watch all of this so I'd be ready for the 50th anniversary thing. So we're almost done season 7. For your reference, Evan, I'm halfway through the Ghost episode. The one with the creepy ghost house. And this,
Was this when they meet the author?
no.
No.
No idea what you're talking about. But anyway, and then what, Evan?
Sorry, keep going.
Well, tonight after I finish the podcast, we're gonna stay up and I'm gonna finish season 7. Then we're gonna watch that 50th anniversary special tonight. So that's been my week pretty much, and hanging out with you guys, which was fun. We just hung out and played video games yesterday. I watched Korra. Speaking of which, let's take Korra talk out of the way. Let's do it. You ready for me now, Mishin?
Yep.
All right.
Go.
And so, last 2 episodes of season 2. And yeah, it's over now. What do you guys think?
It started to fall flat earlier than the finale, and the finale it was good enough to bring it back, I'll say.
Yeah, they brought it back. Like, it was... There were parts of it where I was disappointed. I don't know how I feel about how it ended with, like, the spirit world and the human world being connected now. But I trust these writers. I trust that they know what they're doing, so... it could be good. It could be good going forward, but let's talk about, like, the actual nitty-gritty bits of it. The whole Vaatu Dark Avatar happened.
We don't even know what happened to him.
Yeah, we don't. They kind of like left that ambiguous. I wasn't even really sure what was happening during that scene when Janora showed up, and then there was light. Like, I had an idea, but it was very ambiguous. But yeah, like Vaatu ripped out Rava from Korra and severed her connection to her past lives, and then
Yep.
Korra, like, using her own personal power, her own spiritual power, she fought Vaatu as giant spirit Korra. And and then Jinora showed up, and then she fucking KO'd Vatu and ripped out Rava, and then Vatu disappeared into nothingness. And that's pretty much what happened. That's what I took away from that. I don't know. What'd you think of it, Nabishin?
I enjoyed it. It was cool.
Mhm.
I just went for the ride.
Yeah, it was definitely visually incredible to watch.
Oh yeah. I guess we should just give like kind of final thoughts of the series, like overall, since we're kind of at the end of this talking. But overall, I really really enjoyed it. But I do think there's like some things that really bothered me, like how Lin Pei Fong is just pretty much just wasn't competent this whole season. She was
Yeah,
so
when she
awesome
was
in
a
season one, now
badass
season
in
two.
season 1, yeah.
Yeah, now season two, she's just completely like, oh, I don't know, these cops are completely incompetent, and Mako, who's like totally straight right in the okay, yeah, whatever, throw him in jail, who cares? But
Yeah.
I don't know. They really messed up with her.
Very.
Yeah, but like other than that, really, Beric's still my favorite character of the entire series. But like other than like Unalaq, completely like a crappy villain. Like in the end, he was just like nothing,
I
like
mean,
nothing
like,
at all. Like, he was so interesting like the first couple episodes, and then they just threw him away like after that. So
Yeah, he's garbage.
they could have done this arc with Unalaq and had it been good, but they didn't.
Right.
Like he could have like absorbed Vatu and gone through that whole transformation and still retained what made his character initially interesting as a villain. But no, they kind of like lost that halfway through.
I know, like the whole like I betrayed mother thing. Like there's not even a real reason for that, other than I guess just a quest for power. But that's still kind of a dumb reason, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like the season was like already at a disadvantage coming off of such a spectacularly executed villain like Amon. It was just like Unalaq. There was no way he was going to be as good as that, or even come close. But it's just like he lost the mark halfway through and just ended up being a real disappointment. I thought Vatu as a personification of this evil was a good villain.
Yeah.
But because we haven't seen that in Avatar before, like we haven't seen what evil is personified there. But like just juxtaposed, sitting right next to Unalaq, who is so uninteresting, Vatu kind of lost some of that, which sucks. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good ride. I am perplexed at where they're going to go next and what this means for the Avatar, or with Korra being like disconnected from all of the others.
Yeah, I think that's like the pretty I guess you could say decent way of ending it too. Just because like that's kind of a big thing. She like lost all her past, so like she's pretty much starting over from ground zero again.
Yeah.
And like and just like told us like, hey, just let the spirit live with us at the same time. So like that's kind of those kind of are big decisions. So like with the next book, I hope it's like I guess it explores a little bit more into that, because that seems like really interesting to me.
Yeah. It was really. I was really sad when I was seeing like Vatu or Unalaq just smash up against Rava, and you would see the past avatars that we had seen just disappear.
Oh yeah.
And then at the end, Juan disappears, and that kind of broke my heart. It just felt like so much was lost in that moment.
That's 5 minutes, by the way.
All right, Scott, did you have anything else to say since you didn't? Get a chance to say
You
much?
guys pretty much covered it.
Yeah.
The big disappointment in the series was the main villain. It's not because of the pale comparison. It's that we feel like they didn't try.
Yeah. They could have tried so much harder with Unalaq. He could have been so cool. But yeah.
Like actually showed him like kind of get more connection to Korra. Actually showing the actual spirit training, because that guy got kind of like skipped over. It's like, oh, she knows how to do it now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, like if they had built a
maybe
relationship.
maybe have some kind of yeah, exactly. Have some kind of connection, because that is her uncle.
Yeah.
And she's like you said, came with him and just like took him out. So
Yeah. Scott, did you have any thoughts on where you think it's going to go? Before
Next arc is probably going to try and convince people that spirits aren't all evil.
Yeah,
A lot of doing that, actually.
yeah. There are some theories floating out there. I know Silver PR sent me one. He said that the book 3 could be called Change. And he sent a voicemail in that we'll play at the end of the show. That's all core related. So we will revisit this.
Alright.
But until then, Evan, you can unmute yourself. We're going to talk about video games. And Harold
But
Price
I don't
says,
wanna.
"What up, Irrationistas?" I like that, Irrationistas. Scott, you want to talk about Zelda? Get that out of the way.
Yes.
Okay. So Zelda: A Link Between Worlds came out, the sequel to Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Is it really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's even more of a sequel than Majora's Mask was.
Yeah. No. It's so.
So much sequel.
First off, this game is amazing. Like I can tell you that it is just fantastically well made. You know, Nintendo hasn't made like a true 2D Zelda since A Link to the Past, so they still got it. But yeah, Scott, I'll let you talk about it first. Just give me your thoughts.
Should we give them basic rundown of similarities and differences?
I mean, like, we could. It's A Link to the Past. Like, it's almost exactly that world with minor changes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like some areas are completely different. Like the layout of Death Mountain is different.
100% different. The blacksmith, the access area on the blacksmith is completely different. It's
Yeah, it's
not
different.
cut off by the village. It's actually another entrance to the village now.
Yeah. But you know, like a majority of the things are still the same, like just exterior wise. So if you're familiar with Link to the Past, you'll be familiar with this world, which I thought was a nice. It was nice going into it and seeing that. But like Low Rule, which is replacing the Dark World in this game, is
100% different.
100% different. It has some small similarities, like as far as like, you know, this is like a sequel to The Link to the Past. Like it takes that art style, takes all the enemies that you saw from there, like enemies that have never appeared in other Zelda games. Like the way the Zoras looked in A Link to the Past was very fish-like, and they're back and they look like that. And there are Cyclopses in the Dark World, Low Rule.
And
And-
they still throw bombs. They
still
really,
throw bombs.
Really gay.
and they're still annoying, and it's, you know, and like there are centaurs on top of the mountains that are still really powerful, but it's all lifted and done beautifully in this art style. I think the game looks fantastic, very true to form of A Link to the Past, like down to the littlest thing. Like the music is now, it's the same, but it's been remastered and orchestrated for the overworld on both Low Rule and High Rule. Excuse me.
Mhm.
Jesus. That Chipotle is catching up with me. And like the noise that you make when you pick up rubies is the same as it was in A Link to the Past. Like when you open a chest or open a secret, it's the same. When enemies are destroyed, it's the same. It's like little stuff like that, and it's really fantastic as far as like pushing those nostalgia buttons goes. But what do you think about it, Scott? What do you think of it?
It also plays very, very well. Like, fucking, finally, you're not restricted by moving your character around from the stylus.
Yeah, which is nice. That's how I feel more comfortable when I play 2D Zelda like that. That's the reason why I
There
didn't like the
hasn't
DS.
been a there hasn't been a handheld Zelda that didn't require you just using the control.
But the last one was Minish Cap.
Not for the DS.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not for any of the DSs.
The last one where you had direct control was Minish Cap, which was the last Capcom 2D Zelda. The last Nintendo 2D Zelda, where you had direct control, was A Link to the Past. So, yeah, it's been a while since they have directly made a game like this, that plays like this, that plays as well as this. Like, one thing when I went into it, Scott, I think you probably noticed this as well. I never thought, like, frame rate would be important in a Zelda game, but holy shit, does this game look really good at 60 frames per second.
Well, yeah, why they did that is because a lot of the animations, movements, and all the other stuff just wouldn't look right if it was in 30.
Mm-hmm.
So Nintendo wouldn't do it.
Yes.
Like, that's the difference.
They wouldn't
the
do
game
it if it didn't look this good.
Right. So if the game would not nearly be the same if they were doing it in 30 frames.
Yeah, and
because they changed so much in it to make it work, to make it run the best it could.
Yeah, it's like the animations are silky smooth. Everything is just all the hitboxes. Everything is very smooth and very well placed. And like even when that 3D is on, which I've not actually played the game without 3D on, because I think it looks significantly better with the 3D on. Even when that 3D's on, it's a smooth 60 frames per second. I've never seen it dip. So.
Right.
Do you play with 3D?
Yeah, I've been playing with 3D.
Uh-huh.
Like normally I'll turn 3D on for like special scenes or just to see something and see what it looks like in 3D. But this whole game, I've had 3D on the entire time I've been playing it.
Oh, nice.
And it looks so good because like it is that top down kind of. And Scott, you were telling me about this in an Iwata Asks. He was talking to the developers about how they kind of angled everything just a little bit, so you could see everything just a bit better.
Yeah, it's not the camera that they're angling; it's
everything.
It's in the world.
Yeah. So if you were actually looking down at it, it'd be kind of like a storybook in which everything is kind of tilted away from you, which is really cool. It looks really good because of it.
You look really good because of it.
You can tell is where you have Link with the Pegasus boots running downwards.
Yeah.
That's like when you can tell.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's completely hidden.
Yeah, and I just think this game looks just spectacular. Like, you don't know how much you miss something until you see it again, and for me, it's like I didn't know how much I really missed 2D Zeldas like this until I played a new one, and it all felt fresh again. Especially like A Link to the Past, which.
Now, what do you think about the change in formula?
So, for those curious, they've kind of turned everything on its head. The Zelda formula, in that like initially they turned Link's hat upside down. It was a horrible decision. 2 out of 10.
Do that.
I'm kidding, Evan.
Evan, you be quiet.
So basically, this shopkeeper dude, Ravio, moves into your house.
He totally jacks your place.
He jacks your place. He's like, all right, I'm turning this into my shop. And
you can't say no.
You can't say no. You can't. Did you try saying no to him?
Yes.
What does he say? He's like, oh, please?
It's the same Lyle from Animal Crossing routine.
That's pretty good.
I hate it.
Marceline.
I hate it.
So he sets up shop in your house, and then like pretty much all of the items that you need to do anything or get anywhere in the game, like normally the items that you would get as you go through dungeons, and you would get an item in a dungeon that would help you get through that dungeon and to the next dungeon, where you would get another item which would get you to the next dungeon, and that's what helps set a specific order of dungeons, and that's what helps dictate the order and the way you play through a Zelda game.
Right. To be fair, some Zelda games didn't require the item per se, rather an event to change something.
Yes. Like, for example, you needed the shadow monster to escape the well in Ocarina of Time to get access to the Shadow Temple, which only happens after you beat the previous temple, the Water Temple. So,
Yeah, right. The beating the water temple then activated those chains of events. But
Yeah.
you could access almost every other dungeon besides the shadow and the one after it before then by just running around and getting the items. And then Twilight Princess barred you off
very
with
strictly.
this,
Yeah.
huh?
Very
Very
strictly.
strictly with the Twilight zones that you couldn't enter.
Yeah. With William Shatner. But anyway,
What?
it was a Twilight Zone joke. Don't worry.
Okay.
So now all of those items where you would need them in a 2D in a 2D Zelda where you would need them to get to everywhere, you just get all of them. You can rent all of them from pretty much the beginning and have just all of the items that you'll pretty much ever need. And renting is not very prohibitive. It's like 100 rubies to rent something, like maximum.
Maximum is 100. Minimum is 20. Average is 50.
Yeah. So like then you can pretty much once you get to the point where you have the Master Sword and you're in Low Rule, the Dark World that has the temples that you need to go to, the 7 temples. Once you have all the items, you can just go to any which one you want because there's nothing prohibiting you getting to any specific one.
Sort of. You can't buy the sand rod.
Yeah, well, that's true. There's one that you need the sand rod to get to, which is an item that is not at the shop initially. It's because someone else rented it, and you need to bring it back so you can rent it.
Right, but we know who that person is.
Yes, I have the sand rod.
Right, but he gets turned into
a painting. It's
yeah,
not a spoiler. It happens.
He gets turned into a painting, and then you have to go save him first.
Yeah, and then you get the sand rod. Then he can.
Right, so that's so like before there is that, but you can do that first or last.
I did that first. Ends up, I didn't even do it intentionally. I did that one dungeon first.
Yeah, because you can't get to one of the dungeons without that rod. At least it looks like you can't.
So like, barring that one thing, like now you just have all the items, and like if you die you lose all the items you rented, but for an exorbitant amount of money you can buy all of the items.
Then they do not make it hard to make money.
Yeah, no, they're
not.
Like I went through one of the dungeons, like the one dungeon that I went through, Scott, the Thieves dungeon. I got
dude, you got that open?
Yeah. I got 650 rubies from chests alone in that one dungeon.
Rupees?
Rupees. When I say rubies, like I'm sorry. But yeah, it's like it's easy to make money, but this whole being able to rent items just completely changes everything and it doesn't change the fact that temples are still item centric. Like you still need one item to get through a temple usually. And
right, because like the one that I went through, the Dark Temple, which funny, this time it's actually dark. You can't see shit.
Oh, okay.
You really can't. You have to have the lantern out the entire time.
Pretty much the only item you own from the beginning is a lantern.
Right. No, you have to have your lantern out the entire time, and then like the other thing for that temple is the bombs.
Is the dark dungeon the one where it plays with what you can see, which is lit, and what you can't see, which is lit?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I saw that was in some of the trailers. That one looked really fun.
Yeah, and they also play some tricks on you with the map there too. It's like, this is a room. Like it's a totally useless trick. Like it's like there's nothing special about this room that you can go into.
Yeah.
That's not on the map.
Harold,
like,
go ahead. Harold says in the chat, "This is definitely a Zelda game. The most Zelda a Zelda game has ever been."
No, the first one. First one.
The first one is a pretty Zelda game.
Because like him saying this is because of how it goes back to being more like the first one than A Link to the Past is.
Yeah, it's because you can just kind of go anywhere and do anything.
In Zelda 1. Like they had dungeon numbers, and sure, you had to go. There's a few dungeons
to get set in certain places.
Right, but not only were not all of them found in the other dungeons. But I don't know if it was just me, but I had found myself getting to a wall and having to find another dungeon. I haven't beaten the game yet, but
Yeah, that happened to me.
You hit a wall, even though you have that item that the dungeon has, but you gotta leave because you still gotta find something.
Yeah, but the the other thing that A Link Between Worlds does fantastically, which literally like this is the one mechanic that absolutely changes how you ever will look at a Zelda game ever again. And there's something in Mario that I'm going to talk about in a little bit as well that does the same thing. But you can turn into a portrait and crawl along the walls. And this changes everything about that game. Literally everything.
Right.
Like, just the way you look at a room, it's like, oh, this is a puzzle room, got it. But the way you look at it now is fundamentally different because you have this thing that lets you traverse across gaps or get through bars or get through windows in a way that you could never do that before.
Right, and like in this time, you don't have a short jump.
Nope.
Most.
Most 2D Zeldas you don't, but in most of them you also have the Rock's Feather, which is not in this.
Right. But in the ones that you don't have the Rock Strider, you do have a short jump.
Which one? Oh yeah, the DS ones. You're right. But yeah, it is something that fundamentally changes how puzzles work in that game, and it's awesome. It's really cool. And plus, like you don't need like bombs or arrows. When you use the bow or your bombs, it just drains from an energy bar that refills, which is nice.
Yeah, now we just have to find out where you increase that energy bar.
I know, because there's a
It's
place.
so short. It's short.
I think I've found it, but you need to throw rubies at it until it gets bigger. So I'll let you know. I'll keep you in the loop. But example, Scott and I playing the game, at the same time, we're playing it in two completely different ways. Like Scott immediately went into dungeons when he got to the Dark World. I just literally went all around the world collecting rubies and getting like the fast travel points that you get. And I've only gone in a single dungeon since then. And it's just
I'm trying to get that. I'm gonna go ahead and try and get that Thieves Den thing open again.
Yeah. So it's like it is really cool in that it is open ended. It feels like an open world game mixed with a Zelda game, kind of, because you can just go anywhere, go to any dungeon, do that dungeon for the most part, and it's really cool. It's a really awesome thing that I think At first, I was really hesitant, where I'm like, oh, I don't get any items from dungeons, which isn't the case.
Well, that's not the. That's. I'm gonna say that's not why we're so hesitant here.
Well, I'm not hesitant anymore.
It's because, at least for me, I was blowing through Zelda games like nobody's
I was
business.
blowing through Zelda games.
I know you were. How's that Twilight Princess coming?
And until you hit like that one last dungeon, which they throw something in that slows me down.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, the worry was, what if all the dungeons just don't have much? Like the puzzles they might not be straightforward, but they might not be tricky enough to stump for long either.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Alex,
Yes.
review shall be coming soon.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Review a 7-year-old game, please. I'm sorry, Scott. Continue.
But that's not quite the case. For the first, they split the dungeons up into the first three.
Mm-hmm.
Which
are like training dungeons.
Which, damn, we went through fast.
Yeah, like that first dungeon is totally like here's your warm-up act, alright? Like, this is gonna be easy. And then even like, because you collect the pendants, just like you did in Link to the Past to get the Master Sword. And like, you have to go through the first dungeon, and then even the other two, you have to get the Power Gloves and the Zora Flippers to get the other two. And you can go to one first or the other first. Like it introduces that concept to you really early on. So,
but like that's where it stops. That's sort of where it stops. It goes stupid easy, then you have easy, and then you have
genuinely challenging.
Then you have genuinely challenging because damn the Dark Temple boss.
Yeah, man. Like, oh my god, the Thieves Dungeon boss wasn't too bad, but like some of the puzzles are real thinkers. Like, I found myself because of that turn into a portrait thing. It's just I found myself like really having to stop and look at things differently and think about them. And even getting around the world, like there are these challenge rooms where you can get treasure from them.
Did you find the cuckoo one where you jump off the cliff and you
Yeah,
float
that one
around
was
with-
horrible. I hated it.
I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I have all the items. I don't need this 100 whatever.
Yeah, the silver rubies, like 100
Yeah.
rubies is nothing to me.
Did
But,
you
like,
do the run quest?
the run one? That was really fun.
Yeah.
For example, this running test room where you could get like 300 rubies at the end of it. It's just like it's a challenge of timing your Pegasus boots dashes correctly. To
Oh
get
no,
around.
I didn't do that one. No, I
okay.
meant the race across the map.
Oh yeah, I did
run
that as
one.
well. I did that as well. That was fun.
Did you try and fast travel?
No, what happens if you try and fast travel?
It was like, oh yeah, you complete it. But you cheated. Come on now, you have to run the entire way. I was like, okay, I can't do that. That's fair.
Yeah.
I expected it not to work initially, but then it did. So I was just like, wait, what? I expected it to stop me from doing it,
even
but it-
calling the fast travel. Yeah.
right, but it didn't. I was like,
I was tempted. I'll say I was
Whatever.
tempted, but I ran the whole thing. But yeah, there's just a ton of stuff in it that's very homage-y. I'll say it's fantastic. It's probably the best Zelda I've played in years.
All right,
It's
you
just-
ready to throw down?
no.
Am I ready to throw down on what?
On some declarations, let's say that.
Declarations? Like this
Yes.
is the best Zelda? Like say that? I'm not
No,
ready.
I'll say some things, and you just say if it is or it isn't.
Okay.
Like better than Wind Waker.
Yes.
Hands down.
Wow. It's coming from Scott. Scott, you're the only one with me that is absolutely in love with Wind Waker. So
Better than Ocarina of
no,
Time.
I'm sure.
I think so. But then
Please.
again, like Ocarina of Time, while high on my list, still isn't the top.
Better than Four Swords.
Most
Yes.
games are. So
it's
it's my favorite.
Unfortunately.
It's my favorite, not because it's like the best one, I think, but for different reasons.
Yeah, because of the fun that you have with it.
Mm-hmm.
Better than To the Past.
I don't know yet.
I think
just
so.
don't know.
I think so.
Like, technically, like gameplay wise and puzzle wise, it is superior in pretty much every way. But I don't know if I'm ready to say that. Like, I don't know if I'm ready to say like I like this more than I like The Link to the Past.
I think so.
Okay.
Just
Better
for
than
me.
Last of Us.
Oh my god! See, like I knew this was coming too.
I can't
I know you
say
can't.
I haven't really played. I haven't even like really seen The Last of Us. I mean,
See,
if I'm allowed to cheat, I'll say yes.
Yeah, go. Sure.
So,
There you go. He answered for you.
like, here's the thing. Last of Us plays great, and it is like it's like a groundbreaking story and whatnot. And like as much as I tell myself, and anyone can tell themselves over and over that they like story in games most of all, it won't matter because as people who play games, the one rule that always permeates everything is gameplay is king. Like if a game doesn't play well, then it's not. It's just we can't love it as much as we would.
Right.
And
Demon
Zelda
Souls,
plays
Dark
better than The
Souls.
Last of Us.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's the
it's
biggest
through everything, all
problem.
the games I love, you know.
The biggest problem with answering these questions is that I don't think we spent enough time to find a problem with this game yet. We haven't.
And I'm not saying that there will be problems, but I would like to be able to put the time in where I can tell you if there is. But it's really
I
damn
wanted
good.
to see what you guys would answer. I was just curious. That's all.
Yeah,
We're good.
no, like this is gonna shake up my game of the year list pretty much entirely. Like this is gonna change everything. This and the other game I'm gonna talk about.
not only do you have two things to push off your list,
Yeah.
but now you've got to rearrange most of it.
Yeah, I have to rearrange everything. Like I don't know anymore. It's awesome. Like when I started playing both of these games, Mario and Zelda, like I was just so giddy. Like I was telling you guys yesterday, like I don't know how if I've ever been just like with a group of games that I've played together this giddy, just happy and satisfied with those games. But I'm totally just like extremely happy as a gamer that I'm playing these both. So, anything else you want to say about Zelda, Scott, before we move on? She spent a good 25 minutes talking about it, so.
We could probably go 5 more, if you want me to wrap it up. But okay.
We should probably wrap.
All right. So a Ruby Rush high score.
Ruby Rush high score, like 420.
How'd you do that?
Like if you if you have less than a second left,
you get triple, but to get 420, you'd have to get 133 at least.
I got 2 red rubies out of the pond that spews out. That's where I got lucky.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I can't even get 1.
Yeah, which sucks. But
Yeah.
I need to start timing that so I can just get triple every time. Not that I need money anymore. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Now the other thing is, the developers weren't able to beat the Cuckoo Pen one. The final
Really?
levels on that. Yep.
The final levels? I've only done the first one.
Right. So that's our new challenge.
That's the challenge. All right, sounds
Yep.
good. Also, the Street Pass stuff is cool. I fought your dude.
Was he
He was tough.
difficult? Yeah.
He was
The one the guy sent me with 2 fairies. Bullshit. I wasn't.
I fought
looking
that guy
at it.
too, and he killed me.
I have to fight
So-
Will's guy now because he got it too.
Gotcha. I put my upgraded fire wand and my upgraded ice wand on my dude, so he's very deadly.
So the upgraded ice one, you got to tell me how that plays out.
So basically, you know how you hold it out and like one
Mhm.
block will fall in front of you. Now 4 of them will fall in front of you.
Oh, okay. Well, I know how to fight against that.
Yeah. The
What, you
upgraded sand wand though is so cool.
You don't want to put that in the battle.
No, you don't. But it looks like you use it. All right. Is that all you've been playing, Scott? Anything else?
No. Nothing that you guys won't cover.
Okay. Evan, let's talk about Assassin's Creed 4.
Oh, please.
So you
Time
beat
to go back,
Assassin's Creed
talk.
4.
Time to go back to it.
So against all odds, this Assassin's Creed game is actually really spectacular.
It is.
Like, it's really good.
Did you beat it?
No, I'm a little over halfway through right now. Evan beat
You're
it.
almost done.
I am?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It stops at like 70-ish%, unless you do everything in between.
Okay, well, I definitely haven't been doing everything. So yeah, like Evan was spot on last week when we talked about it. I was 2 missions away from getting my boat, which is an awesome mission, by the way.
Yeah.
And since then,
What did
they've
you
also
rate it?
I rated it so hard. I gave it a 5 stars, and I'm like,
Oh,
Ubisoft,
nice.
you did good. I like that. Like I didn't talk about it last week, but like that you can rate each mission. It's nice.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a cool
I
thing.
never
I might have
rated
talked about it
them.
last week. Who knows?
I rated 1.
You should. You're part of the problem, Evan.
Well, yeah. The thing
But-
about that is it tells them which missions are good, which ones no.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's actually like a genuinely useful tool.
They're all good and they're all bad to me, so.
They're all good and they're all bad.
No, you're just a
Um,
heartless bastard. Deal with it.
So once you get your boat, I wish Greg were here because I could tell him like literally this is the game that he wanted it to be. Once you get your boat, which is maybe like 2 hours into the game, I'd say.
Yeah. It's really, like beginning.
It doesn't take long, yeah.
No.
It's just the world becomes an open world of just a couple of big islands and an archipelago of other islands,
Yeah.
and you just kind of roam around in your boat. You're just chilling, and like you see an island, and you're like, "Oh shit, there's a treasure chest on that island." You just stop your boat and you just jump off the side of it, and you go
Yes.
there and you get it, and
You've done
that's
this
it.
with the rope swing thing off the side of the boat. That's really
Yeah, I always do that. It's awesome.
It's fun.
And it's just like it it feels really free in that regard. Like if there's like a small island with some animals that you could skin there, um, you could just jump off your boat and get to that island.
Have you done
Go ahead,
any
Evan.
online stuff like
The white whale
I
stuff.
forget what they're called now. They show it blue on your map.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like the community event
Yeah.
or something like that.
Have you done any of those?
I saw like the one I saw was a white whale, and I didn't do it because it
Yes.
kept killing me.
Oh, they're really annoying. I've upgraded my
Your
whaling
rowboat.
boat max.
Yeah.
So now nothing really bothers me.
Mhm.
So I'm like scanning everything.
Okay. Cool. The crafting system, which I've gotten hands on now, just lifted exactly out of Far Cry 3, and it's awesome. It works as well as it did
I
there,
like the
which is good.
crafting.
Yeah, it's good.
Crafting's good.
It's really good. Just like since last week they patched it. Wow. They patched it to now it runs in full 1080p. It looks awesome. Like it runs really smooth. I haven't seen a single technical issue. Like no frame rate drops, no screen tearing, no weird aliasing glitches. It's like the complete opposite of Assassin's Creed 3, which was full of technical glitches.
Uh,
Yeah, the only
Pause
thing
for a
that
second.
bothers me-
Evan, how's your PS4 holding up online
Oh,
now?
it's good. I actually got it to work.
Okay.
Somehow,
What was the
it
problem?
started working for me. I was like, sweet.
He couldn't get it connected to the internet.
Yeah, I talked to Sony like 15 times, and they're like, oh, you have to reset your internet. I'm like, it can't be my internet. And he's like, oh, you have to reset your internet. I'm like, it can't be my internet. I'm like, oh, reset your internet. I'm like,
You can't reset your router from in your apartment, right?
no.
Stop.
I'm like, just stop. And so I got, I think it was Thursday or Friday. I got on. I was really happy. I downloaded Netflix.
Yeah,
The
you-
first thing I did.
Of course it was. Cool. And everything's working fine. You got everything patched and all your downloadable games downloaded and everything.
I haven't got all my downloadable games yet.
All right. Make sure you get that Rezo gun, man.
Yeah, I will. I think I'm going to do that next.
Yeah, no, it's Assassin's Creed's really good. Like, it's an improvement in pretty much every regard from 3.
I have a problem with the crafting system now.
Really, why?
It keeps reminding me, like, hey, you can craft this now, you can craft this now, and you can craft this now. I'm like, I know, I've been crafting that.
You can turn off those
craft
alerts
this now.
in the settings menu.
It just gets really annoying. Like,
Yeah,
really.
it is pestering. But yeah, Assassin's Creed. Like I don't really know what to say about it. I think I like this one better than Brotherhood, which is surprising. It's like Andrew Yoon was saying it on Weekend Confirmed. It's like Assassin's Creed was always meant to be a pirate game. Like it feels like they've just been building to this, and it fits perfectly.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters. Pirates.
Pirates are cool. You're a ninja pirate. Like what?
I really don't like the, out of the game stuff, out of the
Animus stuff.
anime stuff.
I'm still loving that
It's just
that
really
stuff.
slow and
But you can sprint while
It's
you're
slow,
outside
and
the
I'm not a
Animus.
pirate, and
yeah, but you're not going very fast when you sprint.
Yeah,
The map's
but
just really confusing.
I haven't had that much trouble with it. Like I think I've only been.
I
out
don't
of the
have a
Animus
gun in my
once.
hand.
You don't have a gun.
You
I
don't
have 4
I don't have
guns.
Swords.
I have 4 guns inside the Animus. They're like attached to my chest and my sides.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah,
Which,
just like
guns do you have? Which set?
I have like the Spanish silver ones or whatever.
Okay.
It was a pretty
I have-
cheap one.
I have
Did he get the
Captain
Templar
Morgan's.
armor yet?
yes.
I need
just
to get
finished
that.
yesterday.
Yeah.
I have the Captain Morgan pistols.
Cool. I met Blackbeard. He's awesome.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Is he more Captain Jack or more Barbosa?
He's a boss. I met Marianne, another famous pirate. Nah, that's way cooler than both of
I'm
us.
joking anyway.
Marianne,
Yeah, well, there you
I
go.
know who you're talking about, but I know who you're talking
Marianne?
about. Yeah.
She's a famous female pirate. I didn't know that going into this, but I read her little log about her. Her and Bonnie, who is another character in the game, were like famous female buccaneers apparently. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
there you go. Yeah, it's really cool. Like, Evan, is there anything else you want to say about it? It's
You've gotten to this part, right, where you actually see who kid is, right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That was a big shocker.
I was so not surprised by that. Just,
You talking about the one that looked like a girl? Or you thought
Yes.
was a girl?
yes.
Oh, okay.
You weren't?
I was not at all.
Wow. Okay.
Now everyone understands exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's good. It is a superior Assassin's Creed game.
Who's typing?
Scott is typing as loud as possible.
I can't help it.
He's letting me know that he's still playing Zelda.
Actually, there goes the phone too. But yeah, no, you guys hear the computer mic, and everybody else gets
The good
The
mic.
good mic.
I know, because we're not worth it apparently.
nope. You
Anyway,
guys suck ass.
Anyway,
Alex, the ending. I got to the ending and I almost cried.
really, I'm excited to see where it goes. Like,
It was really sad.
do they give you an idea of where the series is going forward? Stop it, Scott.
Kinda, sorta. I mean, there's hints about it. If you check like the different if you read all the play stuff and all that,
Mm-hmm.
they give you hints about it. But other than that, like it was really hard to tell. But if you didn't do that, you might
You
get
have an
a
idea?
vague hint. Yeah, a very vague hint of where it's going. So
Okay.
I think I do, but it's
We'll discuss it once I finish the game.
sure. Yes.
So yeah, Jacob is working on our PS4 review of Assassin's Creed 4. So
Oh,
for
I
that
hate that
soon.
guy.
I know, God.
Every time you say Jacob, I have to say that. No, our writer's awesome.
You just picture Kanye West. What else, Evan? What else have you been playing?
I picked up Batman Arkham Origins.
Hell yeah, you did on PS3.
Hey, I played that.
Yeah, on PS3.
You still haven't?
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about this last week when I said, "Oh, you decided not to trade in your PS3."
Yeah, I know. I was joking.
Okay, cool. Catching everybody up.
So I've been going back and just trying to relearn the controls again. That was difficult.
Yeah,
That's pretty difficult. So,
but you picked up right where you left off.
oh yeah.
Cool.
No problems.
Still enjoying it?
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I
Just
want.
met the Joker.
Okay. I
I
want.
haven't gotten there yet.
I want to hear what Nobshin thinks about it, so we'll save that for a little bit.
Okay.
Nothing else, Evan?
I've been meaning to play some more Rock Band, but I haven't. It's like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed is a
Batman.
big time commitment. I'll give you that.
So I've been there doing that. So no, nothing really.
All right. Yeah, but
Just
to
those two.
follow up on my opinion of Assassin's Creed last week, totally love it. Like, I was disappointed last week, but I just had not played nearly enough of it, so I'm really.
You think you were disappointed like the first 5 minutes of the game?
Yeah, well, it was like in the first hour, I was immediately disappointed.
Yeah,
Just
you-
because they kind of like they strand you on this island at the beginning, and then
Yeah.
you go to Havana, and you don't do a lot of interesting stuff there, and then it actually gets really, really interesting really quickly. So there you go.
Yeah, it starts off really slow.
Yeah, it
And then
does,
just speeds up.
but not like as slow as Assassin's Creed 3 or 2 or something like that. It is definitely gets you in quick.
I was really surprised at this one. I'm not sure if you've gotten to the part yet, but I was really surprised about how they did the whole Assassins and Templar thing.
I've seen a little bit of it, but not enough to say. I like the main character a lot, and where he falls and everything.
I do too, but it's just interesting how they did that.
Yeah. I'll talk about my games because now we should get the longest list real quick. Outside of Mario, which I'll talk about in a second, I played more Resogun. I was on Welcome to the Goo on Wednesday. We recorded Wednesday, so that should be out by the time you hear this.
I didn't know that.
And Scott and I talked about Spelunky and PS4 and stuff. So, and Resogun, a lot of Resogun. So listen to that. Check that out. It's welcometotthegoo.com, I think, or gamersonlyolder.com. Excuse me.
Jesus Christ! What?
I am rusty about this. It was funny because when I came on, he's like, "Yeah, when was the last time you were on? Oh, like 2.5 years ago. Okay, cool." Like the last time I was on Welcome to the Goo was 2.5 years ago with Joe, right after Joe joined our podcast. So
Yeah,
that was
really
January 2011 was when I was on. But yeah, listen to that to hear more about my thoughts on Assassin's Creed and Resogun. I played Pikmin 3. Scott brought it over yesterday, and I actually played some.
You haven't even seen any of the crazy yet.
No, I have. But I got a feel for it. I definitely was not a fan of the controls immediately. I didn't like how it felt. That seems like a game.
The true remote on it.
That seems like a game I'd want to play with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck because I'm used to playing Pikmin 1 and 2 that way now. Excuse me. Just personally. But the game looks really good. Like, Nabishin, you played some.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very, very stylized, very pretty game.
Very pretty game. One of the best games I've seen this year.
Like, the water in that game looks awesome. Not as good as, like, Assassin's Creed water, but
the
it looks
Assassin's
really
Creed
good.
water looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Assassin's Creed has ocean water. Different.
Yeah, no, like little pond water. It's got that kind of glimmer. It looks really good, and like the glass and how it shatters and how it cracks and everything looks really good in Pikmin 3. Yeah, it looks really good. The onion that carries the Pikmin has weird legs. It just still freaks me out.
You're just like,
and the onion went inside another onion. Oh God.
It never stops.
I bet. So, yeah, there you go. So it's like all the onions in one onion, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. Yeah, I didn't play enough of it. It played like Pikmin from what I saw. So.
Yeah, I understand why they did that, 100%.
Yeah,
because it would take you a minute. That's huge. It is.
Yeah, that's like
it would take you a minute
time.
to get you to get all the Pikmin you needed, for that day out.
Yeah.
It would take you from running between the three. The first one took you under to sort through the other different types with the 4 different points you had to go to, and the second one did take you a minute.
Yeah,
while in the second one, time didn't mean nearly as much at all.
Mm-hmm.
They needed to cut down on that in this one because they really didn't have the space in the starting area, or you don't have the time to be messing around with that.
Yeah, totally. I appreciate it, nonetheless. I
mean, maybe I have the time.
Maybe you do, Scott. I liked it. I liked what I played. I'd play more before the end of the year. But yeah, it definitely wasn't as it didn't grab me as hard as like the original Pikmin did. And I could say the same for Pikmin 2. It just didn't grab me as hard as that original one did. But maybe I just need to play more of it. I can tell you.
The thing about the first Pikmin is you have 30 days. There was no moving from that 30 days.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
You had no time to do so much, to do so goddamn much.
Yeah.
That you didn't beat the game until you were on your 4th, 5th. For me, it was like 15th playthrough.
Yeesh.
I was 8. Leave me alone.
I played Mario 3D World. Let's talk about that. this game is amazing. Also, ends up Nintendo puts out probably 2 of the best games all year in one day. Did you fucking love that music, Nabshin?
Yeah, it's got in my head like the last few days now, or
Yeah,
since yesterday, I should say.
like one thing about Zelda and Mario that I can say is just music-wise, both of them are so good. Like, there are some other like really striking songs that stick out to me from this year, but like just bringing back all that A Link to the Past music completely remastered for A Link Between Worlds, and just all of the orchestrated music in Mario 3D World, just makes me again. It makes me giddy, makes me happy. Just like coming off of like New Super Mario Bros. U, which was good, I thought, but just okay. And
Mhm.
you know, like Zelda Skyward Sword, which was really good, but had its handful of problems, are just 2 new iterations in the series that literally fixed everything that I might have wrong with all of the past iterations. Like it's just they're really pure entries into both of those series, and I love them both immensely. Um, so Mario 3D World, like I was saying earlier, there's one mechanic in this game that changes everything, and it's the cat suit. Um, One, because it's so absolutely adorable, it just makes me just cringe with adorableness every time I see it. But 2,
Aw.
it also changes the way that you look at levels, because you can climb up now. You can go so much higher on everything you see, or lower even in some cases. Um, and it adds a whole new layer to it all. And like the double cherry is just awesome, and visually it's just really cool to play around with. And some of the stuff you can do with it is really awesome. It's just it's like such a like when you're playing Call of Duty, or when you would play Call of Duty, like for example, if you played World at War and then you played Modern Warfare 2, you could tell which was the B team and which was the A team. When you're playing Mario, you can tell that this is the A team. This is the fucking this is the Galaxy team. Like you can feel it, you can see it, you can hear it. Like everything about that game contributes to how good it is. Plus it's
And I think it's
gorgeous.
because
With Zelda, you
third
can't tell
grade,
because with
Go ahead.
Zelda,
yeah,
you can't tell because fuck
It's all
ton of
over the
people work
place.
on
Yeah.
Zelda.
All right, go ahead, Navashin.
and I think that's because the Galaxy team are afraid just to like break up the platforming like a little bit, because like with the new Super Mario series, it's like it's just strictly platforming and pretty much nothing else. But like
Mhm.
with the Galaxy team, they just tried some little like race thing, like that Mario Kart level. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool.
It's totally unnecessary, but it was awesome. It's cool. That's the best thing about that team too. They just do these like awesome things and just like and they just throw it away and just like do something totally new like after that. That's why I love that team so much. It's so
Yeah,
cool.
like that team is overflowing with really, really, really good ideas, and you can, and that is like why they're a superior team as far as like platforming goes, and that's why you can tell it's them. It's because they toss around so many good ideas, like strong ideas that they clearly thought about and thought through, but they don't ever abuse any of those ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just such an overabundance of all of those ideas that it's like everything in that game is always fresh from moment to moment. Um, and I just got to World 7, which is Bowser's World in Mario 3D World, which I'm sure will lead to the first of many endings that will lead to several more and more crazy levels. So I'm excited to see where it goes. But yeah, it's spectacular. It's a great platformer. The music in it is amazing. The art design is amazing. The level design is spectacular. They brought back the 4 different playing characters, which Princess Peach is the best, hands down. It's who I played in Mario 2 because that floaty jump just makes all the difference. It feels like I'm cheating when I'm playing Princess Peach because she's just so good. Um, and it's really cool. But like there are levels where you need to be playing a certain character to like get a star, a green star, or a stamp or something. And
More
like
specifically, you like have to hit the switch, not like
yeah, you
you
have to
have
step
to
on
play
you
that
have to
character.
you have to step on a button, And seeing that and like knowing that you want to get the collectibles because they'll give you access to new stuff, it encourages you to try the other characters. So, I played around with everybody at this point, but I still definitely like Peach the most. But like there was one level that I played like right after you guys left. It was like a golden Bowser train, and it was like made of gold, and literally the whole level was me going up this train, just collecting stacks and stacks of money, like all of the coins ever in the world, and there were tons of like coin generating items, and it was a very pretty level, but like the music is playing like the lottery music in the background through the whole level. It was really cool to see. So that was a visually striking stage. But yeah, it's like biggest surprise of the year. I would say this is a contender because like last year
okay. I was like, are you sure? But like, then again, never mind. Totally right because E3 was kind of a downer.
Yeah, E3 when we first saw this game, it was like this looks like just another iteration of 3D Land. But
yeah,
it's so
there's
much
an
more than
upgraded
that.
version of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could totally agree with that.
Yeah, and it continues to surprise the hell out of me when I'm just playing it and I see them do things that I didn't think they would do. And I won't say any more because I know you're gonna play it at some point, obviously. And I hope you do. You played as well, Scott, because it's just like level design is always sending new ideas to you in a way that you wouldn't expect in a lot of cases. So, but yeah, we've been going on games for a while. So I'll get off my high horse of Nintendo love.
So the hardest thing for you to do this year is order those two games.
Yeah, no, God. Like, I know I like Zelda more because I like Zelda more than Mario, just franchise-wise and gameplay-wise, but Mario is still really fucking good. And it's just, yeah, like, again, I'm so happy with these two games. Nabishin, please, take the mic away. Video
Alright.
games.
Before he eats it,
Ew.
he eats the pop filter.
Yeah.
Games I've been playing. I beat Ratchet and Clank into the Nexus, and kind of like the same way, like you just said about like Mario, as far as like how we just like were kind of down, and it's like it just gonna completely surprise you how good it was. That's pretty much what Infinite Nexus is. Like it's been so long since it's not really like it's not really like, oh god, you're finally back to formula now. Thank God type of thing. Well, that's not the tone I want because it is actually like that. It's more of God, the tone. I just lost like the tone in my head, but whatever. That game's really good. It's really really fucking good. It's better than I even expected it was going to be. Like it's been so like Cracking Time is still like one of the best, and like it doesn't really reach it like completely, but like it gets so close enough. Like it's better than Tools of Destruction. I can say that because like as far as like story wise and like and just like some of the new mechanics they play in the game, it's really really good. And for a $30 game, like you get a lot out of that game. It's really good, and it encourages you to do multiple playthroughs. I went through it on the hardest mode, which I encourage you to go through. Not the hardest mode, the second hardest mode, because there's a hard. There's a hard mode right after that. I encourage you to do that, by the way. Like just for the challenge of it, which is really good. But yeah, that game is really good. Like probably like the only like knock I got against it is like the villain, who I really like. She's like a really cool villain, but I don't think they like developed her enough because that's like the only thing that feels rushed about the game, in my opinion. It's just her. But like other than that game's like fucking 5 stars. It's really great. I love that game.
That's awesome to hear.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been like a really depressing time to be a Ratchet and Clank fan for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
It's just like All for One was not good.
All for one and one for all.
Yeah, exactly, Evan. All for One was not good, and Full Frontal Assault was barely okay. Very forgettable, yeah. So it's just it's nice to hear that a return to form. Hey, they actually did it and it worked. Cool.
Mm-hmm. And it shows because like they've been the North Carolina team's been taking over it ever since Insomniac did a cracking time. That was like the A team, and it's like you get like the B team, where like they just like, hey, you do Ratchet and Clank games from now on. Where Insomniac, the other Insomniac teams will go do all the other stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like you can't really knock them for like trying to experiment. They were experimenting co-op, they're experimenting like tower defense. It just didn't really work out for them, and it shows that they do have the capabilities of actually like holding the mantle, kind of like the same way of the team. I can't remember the team who did Sly Cooper.
Zanzaru.
Yeah, like they could hold up the mantle for sacrifice. I could feel like the North Carolina team for Insomniac Games to hold up the mantle for Ratchet and Clank. So that's really good to see. Yeah,
That's awesome, actually.
and better
what else
boss
have you been
fights.
playing? Better boss fights, good. What else have you been playing, Option?
This one quick fire ones. This guy 82. I'm still almost close.
Almost
Yeah, I play like every day, but like I'm just getting closer and closer, and it's like, oh, I'm at the end, like not yet, like oh, still good though, still loving it, still like one of my favorite games this year.
Yeah, it's funny. Mr. Knapp, when I was on MUP, he was actually really disappointed with it.
Well, fuck Mr. Net. Other than just,
Yep. Okay.
yeah, let's leave it at that. You're cool, Mr. Net. I like it. Whatever. God, that threw me off. Me saying that. Other than that, I've been playing Persona 4 Golden. I beat the Reaper, and I beat the game again. Game's still super good.
It is.
I found myself like smiling. I just like noticed like, oh, I'm smiling at this ending. Not that I was disgusted by it, but I just like caught myself. It was like something. It's something like you just catch yourself doing. It's like, oh wow, like I still really love and enjoy this game. Like,
Yeah, that's
a
like
lot.
me every second I'm playing Mario.
Yeah.
I have a
was
silly
like, oh
copy.
my God.
Don't make fun of me.
Yeah, it's good, man. Like games like
Yeah.
that are like that's when it's just happy to be a gamer.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, and I also beat
what
Bioshock
else?
Infinite
Pikmin 3 and
what? We were delaying
Oh.
a little bit. Sorry.
no, go ahead.
Um,
It's fine.
yeah, beat Bioshock Infinite, Burial at Sea. That I really enjoyed it. I guess like I haven't read any reviews for the game. I just know it was like kind of in the mid range for some people. Like it was still good, but like not exactly what they wanted. I still really enjoyed it. Like me not playing the original Bioshock and not really knowing the references. Like I know what Little Sisters are, I know what a Big Daddy is, stuff like that. But just like going through it from like after everything that Bioshock Infinite did, it was still really good. Um, the way it ended though, seeing part two, I don't know what they're gonna do for part two, but like yeah, I still really enjoyed it. Uh,
Cool.
like how long did it last? I think maybe 4 hours for me.
Okay.
Maybe 5, maybe even 6. Cause I took my sweet ass time. It was like playing Bioshock Infinite again, just taking my sweet ass time, just like going through everything, looking at the world. Like when you're first into like when the doors first open and you just like could just interact or quote unquote interact with everybody and just go around everything. And Bioshock and Rapture is a hell of a lot more accepting of people than Columbia was. Cause I seen like a gay couple in there. I was like, oh wow, that's cool. So I was
Yeah.
like, wow.
Yeah, that was kind of like the whole hope behind it was to be like a nation where no one could tell you what to do.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Huh, okay. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, you should play it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
man,
liked
it's on the list that's getting longer every day. Luckily, like from here on out, it's fucking nothing. So
That's so true.
I got plenty of time before the end of the year, and not a lot of games between then and now. So
Finish the stream first.
I can't guarantee that'll be first.
Yes, it will.
Oh,
I'll come
Evan.
over and make you play it.
Some other quickfire ones. You played Pikmin 3 and Mario 3D World. If you want to just jot what you thought about those.
I kind of already talked about what we were talking about it, but yeah, Pikmin 3 I really liked. Like it's always a game.
How's that first boss?
It's cool. It's cool. I like how you like
A
how you have to think of.
a little overwhelming.
I mean,
at first.
like I knew I had to throw rock Pikmin at him just because I've seen that demo at E3
Well, no,
2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Is when you threw the reds on him. Did you notice how much damage he wasn't taking? You notice how little you were actually doing when you were doing that.
Well, I wasn't really trying to do that on purpose because like I'm still fumbling with the controls, so I'm still new to the game. I was trying to just do the rock Pikmin at first, but I just kept messing up because I'm not used to the game yet. But yeah, that game's awesome. I really like it. I wouldn't mind even getting it eventually. It's just like just taking my sweet time with it, and just like trying to learn out like the mechanics of the game. Since it is my first Pikmin game, so I really dig it so far. My roommate Katie, my former roommate, I keep saying that. My former roommate Katie, but really, see, I can't be shit anymore, Alex. I'm sorry. I apologize to you.
Alright, Alex, for reference, I bring that up because he walks into this boss 2 minutes left in the day. And I'm like, listen, gather your guys, you might want to get out, there's no way that you're going to beat this boss in time. And he's like, and then he keeps trying, right? When that 10 seconds comes down, I'm like, dude, stop. Gather your Pikmin before that timer goes down. He's like, alright. He finally gathers them. But then the boss knocks all of them out of his control. With 2 seconds left.
Oh my god.
He's got 76 on that bar. And I'm like, but he brings them all back, and he doesn't lose anyone.
That's good. That's good. Jeez. Cutting it close, man. You know how to play Pikmin.
I don't know how to play Pikmin.
Well, you were playing it right.
Yeah, he's playing it right.
Cool. Harold says in the chat, All for One. This is a reference that I'm hoping Nobishin will get. All for One was only good when they did John Michael Montgomery covers. I swear I can love you like that. Bonus points to anyone who gets the reference.
No, I don't.
Alright.
Nope.
There you go.
Sure.
Sorry, Harold. Continue,
It was
Nobishin.
originally supposed to be called Ratchet and Clank Foreplay, but Innuendos.
You're wrecked.
Girl, you wretched. Sorry.
My niece asked me like 2 years ago, like, what does ratchet mean? I'm like, the thing that you use to screw stuff together. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I found out, oh, it's a black people thing. Oh, okay. Sure.
Oh, it's a black people thing. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Damien loves that word. No surprise to anyone.
It's
what else?
an actual tool, though.
What do you think of Mario 3D World? From what you saw.
I like it, man. It's good. I think so.
Is that something you think you pick up before the end of the year?
Yes. It's nothing against you guys or anything like that, but I can't show my enthusiasm for something
I know.
in front of people because maybe I'm just like socially embarrassed by doing that. But like, if I get it to myself, you see me like totally ecstatic about like DuckTales Remastered, and you have no affinity for it, but like it's like something. Oh yeah, I really love this fucking game. Like if I gotten it like for myself, I would totally like spaz all over it. I know I would.
Gotcha.
It's just a matter of getting money to actually get it. Like I said, like the only 3 games I'm getting like for the rest of this year, it will be Mario 3D World,
obviously,
Zelda, not Battlefield. Jesus, just name them games that I will totally play. And Tearaway, which I played the demo of, and I really fucking like that game. See, there's something right there.
That game is really good.
Yeah.
Tearaway looks great.
Yeah. Oh man, I played that demo, and that game looks so great. I really want to get that for myself. I will totally buy that next time I get paid. Have a chance to actually get it. Actually, what I'm going to do is like, because I'm going back home for Thanksgiving, and I'm have to like escort my mom around Black Friday because like she's one of those crazy people to be out there on Black Friday, and I have to protect my mother, so I will be out there
Yes, of
protecting
course.
her. So that'll probably be I'll ask her for payment. Like, just give me Tearaway, and like that'll be fine because like there's nothing on sale that I really want unless I can find Tomb Raider on sale. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, Tearaway looks really good. It's really whimsical. I haven't really finished
Like-
the demo yet because like I was playing it around with you guys, but just the whole just even the fact that you can just hold the Vita to your face and like you're the sun the entire time you play that game, so like you can just look around and like you eventually just see yourself and the sun the sun faces. That just makes me smile every time. I just like that a lot.
It's like, what is that game? Is it just like a platformer or adventure game?
It's kind of an adventure game. It's kind of an adventure game because like there's no jump button from what I've seen at all. It's just like you just explore the world. You like use all of the functionality like, to get around. You can customize your character like any way you want to. Like I've seen someone like it was Panda. He customized his Tearaway character to Wolverine. That's not Wolverine.
Yes, I saw that. You tweeted that.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Like I pretty much like anime. I guess whatever moe. I moe'd up my character up just to see what I could do, and I did totally would. And I was like, oh, wait, that's cool. So, but me being my stupid self, I probably won't customize my character until I beat the game because like I'm just like, oh, it looks much better just being myself. I don't know. I do that stuff. I don't like customizing my character.
Gotcha.
It's weird. But yeah, that game looks really great. I can't wait to actually play for myself. That game is great. I can't wait. Pretty much other than that,
Cool.
I tried out Resogun for myself. Like, same thing with Mario 3D World. Like, if I had it in my hands, I pretty much love that game to death. But like, I played it around people, so it's like that game's really cool. So yeah, sure. But yeah, I would totally like to play that game when I get my PS4. And yeah,
it's
Batman.
really fun. Like,
Yeah, no. Delays. I'm sorry. You were saying continue.
no, that was it. One complete thought. Just ignore me.
And other than that, played the Batman Arkham Origins. I was actually playing it like right before we started recording. I dig the game. It's really cool. But I don't know. Something seems a little off, and I don't know if it's just my BS thinking, but I don't know. Something seems just a little bit off. Like I love the investigation system. I thought Deathstroke was awesome. Doing it for myself. Which was weird because like you did the other boss fight before. I'm not gonna say who he is, but so I might be shitty about it because that boss fight was like, oh, okay, that's like a conventional boss fight. It's like all sort of standard par for the core. But like when you do the Deathstroke one, it's like totally interactive and it's like actually using your mechanics that you learn from the game. So that's actually really cool. And like I said, I love the investigation system. I don't know. The combat may seem a little off for me. I don't know. It seems exactly the same, but I don't know.
You are not alone on that front.
Am I what?
What he's talking about.
You're not alone on that front.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Something just seems a little off, and I don't know. Maybe it's my perspective of coming into it, but like, I don't know. Something just seems off about it, but I still like it. It's still good. I still want to beat it, but yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at right now.
Cool. You know what? It's give it time. Like I think you'll get it. Like
Yeah, I'm totally gonna beat the game.
you'll
So.
understand what the problem is, and
Oh, really?
but yeah, just give it time, and like once you get to the end of that game, I think you'll know how much you like it or how much you don't. So that's all I got.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, that's pretty much me.
Cool. Well, that's it for video games. Good long segment for games, which is good because there's not much else we have to talk about.
We can't talk about Xbox One.
Unfortunately, we can't talk about Xbox One, but we are going to take a break.
We don't care about Xbox One.
I
We'll
should
go
have asked
to
my friend Mark to come on here and talk about it. But
talk
he
about
probably wouldn't
Xbox
have any
One.
news. Yeah, because he
Um,
got it. His birthday just came out. Hey, happy birthday, Mark. And he got it for his birthday. I probably should have asked. So, no, he would. I don't know. No, he wouldn't. I'm talking out loud. Don't worry about me.
Cool. Well, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with the news, and then we're going to skip our second break and go directly into games, new releases, and emails and whatnot. And then we'll call it a show. So we'll be back in just a little bit, guys.
Choo, choo, choo.
So Alex.
Evan, do you want to help me with these new
I sent you
releases?
via Twitter.
No, I haven't gotten the chance. Do you think you could send it to me again? Because I did want to listen to it.
It's really funny.
God damn it, Scott.
There it is for everybody.
Evan, do you think you can help me out with
This
these
is
new
great.
releases?
This is great.
Or,
Alex.
What?
It's great.
I know it's great.
It's
Are
great.
you in the Thieves
do you
Den?
want me to
Yes.
type or did you want me to look it off?
This dungeon doesn't require any items, but they still have good puzzles here.
It's a great dungeon.
Looking at me.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm sorry, Evan, could you repeat that?
Did you want me to write them or did you want me to look it up? Okay, it's on.
Just put them in there for now. If you want to just do retail releases, I can handle everything else. I just have to grab a news story real quick.
That's right, I'm awesome.
What?
I'm watching my friend online. He's just showing his baby that he's getting ready for the 50th of
Doctor
Yes.
Who?
Doctor Who. Yeah.
Cool. Scott, can you open MPDs for me? Because you're going to be our man. Let's plan on that.
Okay.
Oh, we finally gonna do that?
Hey, I said I wouldn't forget.
Because I forgot. Good for you.
Anything that isn't Mario or Zelda, I call a disappointment, okay?
This is from October, so we'll be okay on that front, I think. Okay, I was about to say, Last of Us DLC is out already? That's
Oh,
pretty cool.
oh, okay, okay. In December, I'll do that.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much.
They'll be on the top, probably.
Oh, Zelda will be dominating everything. Everything but Call of Duty, pretty much.
That makes me wonder if Mario will make it. Just because of the install base for the Wii U.
That's the thing. I don't think Mario might make it into 10.
Probably 10?
Yeah, if I was gonna say something, maybe 10. But
But like all those next gen games that came out, so and that's like everybody who got a system goes like I wouldn't even doubt
If
even
Pokemon
those,
were for
like,
the Vita, it would have beaten Grand Theft Auto.
if Pokemon were for the Vita,
It would have beaten Grand Theft Auto.
I don't understand.
Well, not only did they not combine X and Y sales,
Hmm.
it's only for the 3DS, whereas Grand Theft Auto has both platforms.
No, Pokemon wouldn't have beaten GTA.
If it were on both platforms?
No way.
Mm,
Pokemon is like a long tail kind of game. It'll sell for a long time because it'll move units. GTA, just the install base on those consoles is so huge.
I'm gonna go pee. I'll be back.
What is? I have to pee so bad. Evan, do you know how to pronounce this title?
No.
It's Ease. Ease Memory of Calcutta. Yeah, you don't have to put the anniversary edition. Just put the games out. Ease. That's how you say it.
Quest for epic loot.
Yeah, here I'm pulling up the list. I'm pulling up the list now so I can read it to you.
Okay.
Mighty Quest of Epic Loot. Where?
It's under the Ye.
Oh, that's like one of their weird free-to-play stuff. Yeah, don't put that down.
Okay.
Yeah, those two are. That's it.
That's it? Wow.
No, Halo Origins bundle. Excuse me. And that's for the 360, and that's it. Orgagans.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's for PS3 too.
Yeah, definitely. Halo for PS3. Makes sense. Not now, computer.
That's really blanking. Should we skip the? We're not skipping anything, are we? I'm confused.
No, we're just not taking a second break. No second break. That's all we're skipping.
Okay, so we just went in from MPDs to new releases.
Oh, Silver PR sent us his VGX picks.
Oh shit! Thank you for reminding me that.
Yeah, I put it in the news saying let's not do our picks this week. We'll do them next week.
Okay, fine.
Just because
What
we're already
next
going-
week?
Oh shit! We may have to do them this week.
This should be quick.
What-
We shouldn't need to do one.
Okay. When is the VGX?
It's
Where
like
do you vote?
I think Friday of right after Thanksgiving.
Shit. The following Black Friday, so that night we record.
Yep.
We're gonna be recording Saturday that week as well. Then, Evan, to vote, you just go to spike.com/VGX. All right, we'll get a doc ready for that now machine. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then we'll do that during the break as well.
Wait, so
Or during the...
clarify this for me. So we're going straight from the MPDs into new releases.
Yes, but we're gonna do our VGX
Cool.
picks.
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
How much time do I have for the break?
I don't know.
Probably like 3 minutes.
Alright, I'm gonna get some meat.
All right.
All right, Scott, did you get all of that?
He went to get some food. He'll be back in like 3 minutes. He said.
Okay, cool.
It's
now, do you
actually-
want to write down what everybody says, or do you want me to?
Yeah. That's fine. I can do it.
Okay,
It's
cool.
actually the 7th of December, which is a Saturday. So we would probably record before. So if you want to wait till then, I'll be fine.
No, let's do it now.
It's definitely Assassin's Creed, Alex.
Okay.
All right, cool. I just pulled up the nominees page and it started me on most anticipated. So does that do it for everybody?
Yep.
Okay.
Totally.
Evan, can you go to the VGX thing and then
That's
pull up the
where I-
nominees?
where I am right now.
All right, don't vote on anything yet. We're just gonna go through each
I'm
category.
voting for mine
Well,
for the site.
okay. Well, do you want to hold off until we do it
Fine.
when we're on air?
Fine.
Harold says it's Pix, Mario and Zelda, crap, X-Bone. Preemptively. And they deleted his comment.
No.
but I saw it.
When you're on that page, you click to the left right away. That's how we're going to do this.
Go left? Not right?
Click to the left. If you click to the right, it goes to Game of the Year.
Q. Does it loop back around, Tina?
Let me see. Boo, boo.
So what are we? Are we gonna skip casual game? Are we gonna skip any of these categories?
Probably the songs. I don't think that's really necessary.
Yeah.
Really
And
love
sports
the end
games.
song.
Let's.
I really love the end song for
Assassin's Creed. Is it good?
Beautiful.
Cool. The music in that game is really good. It's very piratey. Arg.
By the way, are we doing what we want to win and what we think will win, or what?
What we think will win. Just what we
Oh,
think will
okay.
win. Don't need to
Okay.
overcomplicate things.
Yeah.
Scott, are you caught up with what we're doing?
Mhm.
We're doing the VGX nominees thing that we do every year. VGAs, but it's called VGX this year.
Which is stupid.
So, Scott, I'm going to put the link in the chat. Just have that open, and then we're going to go left through all the categories.
The winner is coming. The winner is coming.
And then we're going to choose what we think will win.
Not what we want to win.
Yes. And once again, the winner will maybe get something, but actually get nothing. And we'll do that last. We'll do MPDs before then.
Okay. Give me time to
And
set this up.
Nabashin's got a doc open. He's going to record all of our votes. So, sound good, Scott?
Mhm.
Cool. Just let me know when you're ready. Let me get my cord. Hopefully it'll work this time.
What?
Did you, Evan? Did you do that?
I'm hot-blooded. Check it and see. Got a fever burning inside of me.
We're good. It works.
I'm hot-blooded. Hot-blooded.
Hungry like the wolf.
Not the song I was singing, but okay.
Yeah, well, Duran Duran, man.
I wasn't singing Duran Duran.
I know. I was.
I'm so confused.
I was just saying. Scott, guess what Evan texted me the other day? He said, guess what I'm singing? Christmas carols. And I'm like,
I
fuck.
never said I was listening to Christmas. I never said I was singing Christmas carols. I said
I should just blast. I should just blast some Tyler the Creator in his face, shouldn't I?
ew.
I should blast some Tyler the Creator in his face, shouldn't I?
No.
Yes, I should.
Probably. Next time you see him. I'm thinking, Nabashin, also that we're going to have to space Game of the Year over a couple days. I think that's probably for the best.
That'll be fine. Yeah. When do you actually want to start that, though?
I think we'll try and do it last week of December, if not the first week of January. That sounds easiest.
That's cool.
Wait, what's this for? The Game of the Year show?
Game of the Year show.
Cool.
All right, we good, Nabashin?
Yep, you can start. I'll just keep writing.
Okay. Let's talk about some news, guys.
Yes, please.
The PlayStation 4 sold over 1 million units in its first 24 hours. And the Xbox One sold over 1 million units in its
Wait.
first 24 hours.
Go Xbox One, go PS4.
So there you go. Wow, Evan, you're already confused.
Are these both only out in North America right now?
So here's the catch. PlayStation 4 is currently only available in the United States. literally, or in North America, I should say, Canada, Mexico, and the United States. The Xbox One, however, is available in 13 different territories.
They did a worldwide launch, or their version of
Quote,
worldwide.
quote worldwide launch. So, regardless, that is a fantastic number on both accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And though the majority of that was probably just pre-orders, that is really exciting. That's really awesome. That's a really strong start. That doesn't tell us if video games are going to be okay in the next, or consoles are going to be okay in the next couple of years, but that's a really strong start.
Yeah. Just wait
Two
until
of the biggest-
PS4 comes out with the worldwide launch.
Yeah, well, PS4 goes live in Europe on the 29th, which is next Friday,
Hooray!
and Japan next year, early next year.
Japan.
I'm surprised they waited so long for Japan's release.
I mean, there's no games that the Japanese market is hankering for, to be fair. But yeah,
That's true.
it's really impressive. The press release on both is just like, hey, sold out in most retailers. GameStop is reporting that there is a 2.3 million person demand on their waiting list for PS4s. There's a lot of excitement for these consoles. The two biggest console launches in history, back to back. So, there you go. That's awesome. Super awesome. And I'm super excited to see what happens next year, because next holiday season, that's like the first one that really matters. Like, this one is like pre-orders, sold out the gate, blah, blah, blah. But next holiday, that's when the fucking shit gets real.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, that's really cool. Really good news. We have a special segment coming up in 1 second. But before then,
Mississippi.
all right,
Alright.
Evan, Jesus. Scott, you want to read me the MPDs from the month of October?
Yep. Alright, starting from bottom up, in 10th place is WWE 2K14. Alex is
Woo!
upset.
I'm so upset. Because, you know what?
It's a
Damien
game about
bought it
you.
again.
It's a game about Alex being thrown around in the wrestling ring because he's upset.
I thought that was Alex O'Neill, the MMORPG.
Oh, no, that's just you dying
That's
in your
actually
bed
chapter
because
2.
you can't get up.
The profound sadness of that game.
Alright, 9th place, Lego Marvel Superheroes.
That's something that's actually exciting. That game's cool.
8th place, Skylanders Swap Force.
No comment.
I don't even. I don't. And in 7th place, NBA 2K14.
Cool.
6th place, Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag. 5th place,
Yay!
Batman Arkham Origins. 4th place, Battlefield 4.
Yay!
Wait, whoa. Batman beat Assassin's Creed?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Really surprising, right?
Wow.
No, not really.
Well, Assassin's Creed is a huge
Let me finish.
selling franchise.
Let me finish.
Oh, excuse me.
Battlefield 4, number 4.
Mhm.
Ironic. Pokemon Y at number 3. Pokemon X, number 2. And Grand Theft Auto 5 at number 1.
No.
GTA
I
5.
refuse.
What? No.
Well-
the best-selling video game of all time at number 1. Pfft,
I
shenanigans.
refuse.
You have to remember that in the month of October, a PS4 was not out.
It's true.
True.
Maybe
So,
a lot of people are waiting on
people-
Assassin's 4 on that. So.
And same for the 360, because it's going to be out on that system too. No,
Or Xbox
Xbox
One, you
One.
mean?
Wow.
it's going to be out for that too. So a lot of people are waiting.
You're a
All
mess,
people want
Scott.
the 360.
I'm going to do this for the next year.
I know. That year of adjustment period of, like, the 360, right? Oh, fuck. No, not the OG.
They fucking need to come up with a new name, man.
They
Like,
really do.
Nintendo
Oh.
has NES. Okay, I guess Super NES is kind of cheating too.
Yeah.
But then they come up with the N64, the GameCube, then the Wii. The different.
The Wii U,
The
though,
straight
come
up
on.
different.
That one's a little... That's confusing.
Not really.
It's the first tag on the Wii, so it's an easy adjustment.
Yeah,
So long as they
Um,
don't call it Wii Your
We
for the next
are.
one.
What?
Oh my god. Spelled UR, so basically the way Evan spells your when he's texting me. Ugh, that annoys me so much, Evan. Just spell out the word, okay?
no.
Alright, so
Block them. That'll teach them.
physical video game software sales in the US were up 12% in October compared to October 2012. So that's the third month in a row software sales have been up year over year, which is really good because this is the season where they're selling more.
Blah, blah,
G-
blah, 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 blah.
yeah, fa la 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 la. Um, there's so much fa la la in that. Blah blah blah. Other stuff. Gaming hardware sales dropped 8% year over year. 3DS leads the pack for 6 months straight as far as hardware sales go. 360 is number one home console again, beating out the PS3, which was number one last month, or the month before, I should say. And gaming accessories rose 1% because of Skylanders. So there you go. So yeah, next month is going to be, or November, this past month is going to be the real interesting NPD month. Like 2 huge Nintendo games, 2 consoles. Yeah, and keep in mind NPD only tracks North American sales.
So fuck you, Silver PR.
Yeah, he's
I need to
technically
tell.
he's
I need to stop telling everybody to
North
fuck
American
themselves.
So fuck you, man. Go fuck yourself. Speaking of Silver PR, we have an email from him, but let's introduce this first. The VGX nominees have been announced. Excuse me, the VGA, but now the VGX, whatever the fuck it is now. Jesus.
The X's makes it sound cool.
The X makes it sound cool, right?
Or
So
British.
for those who
Or whatever.
for those who don't know, VGX is like Spike's Video Game Awards. Very, big budget, TV oriented. It's stuff for the wider audience, right?
Yeah.
It gets a lot of shit, but a lot of stuff premieres there. Like Uncharted 3 or Uncharted 2 premiered there. And 3, actually, both of them did. The Last of Us premiered there. Metal Gear Solid 5 premiered there. Technically. So, like, it's a big place for premieres. It's a big place for attention. But as far as, like, actually giving awards out, they're always kind of, like, iffy. It's more of, like, there's, like, this panel of judges that selects the awards. Anyway, we go through the list of nominees and categories every year and say what we think is going to win.
Sadly.
And usually that's not the thing that we actually want to win, or think deserves it, but it's what we think that this voted on stuff, this website where you can vote on game stuff, like we think that's what will win from the
Who won
general.
last year? Was it Evan or maybe Scott?
It was Evan.
Okay.
I remember because I was really upset about it. It was Evan and Scott tied, and then they did a tiebreaker.
That's right.
And
That's right.
So we're gonna go through these categories. You can follow along at home and write down what you think will win.
Oh,
And then prediction.
You like that? We also had Silver PR send in his picks, his personal picks for the VGX. He sent that in via email, and I will read those as we go through as well. So Nabashin's going to jot down what each of us think will win. Again, it's not like what we want will win, it's what we think will win. So, you guys ready? You got your nominees page open?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, cool. We're going to start with the most anticipated game. We're going to go left from there because right goes the game of the year, and we don't want to jump the gun right off the bat. So,
I do that.
the nominees for the 2013 most anticipated game are Destiny, Titanfall, South Park: The Stick of Truth, The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt, and Watch Dogs. What do you think's going to win? Evan.
Watch Dogs. I've been hearing a lot about it. A lot of good stuff. And
Yeah.
I've heard more about it than any of these other games. So
I think Watch Dogs won as well. Scott.
I'm thinking people are more hyped for Titanfall.
Well, Scott.
Okay. We're gonna hopefully get Greg and Tony's of these as well, guys. So don't worry.
We're not.
Bless
Don't
you.
even kid yourself.
I will try. I'll get Greg's tomorrow.
Threaten the kick from the show.
Get out, Evan. Stop sneezing. Greg, you're fired if you don't do this. Tony's already left the show, basically. That was just a joke, guys. Jeez. Silver
No,
PR.
it's gonna be like Joe, where we keep joking about it until it actually happens.
Silver PR said Titanfall as well. So there you go. Next category: best song in a game. That's the one we're gonna skip.
It's gonna be The Circle of the Unbroken. At least it better be. God damn it.
The best soundtrack. The nominees are BioShock Infinite, Grand Theft Auto 5, Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch, and The Last of Us.
This was another one you could
I
skip,
don't know.
but who do you think will win?
I think GTA 5.
That soundtrack sucks.
I don't like it, but I know a lot of people that do.
Yeah,
I know a lot of
sure.
people that are biased towards Grand Theft Auto 5 and
There
don't
you
give
go.
a shit about any of these other games.
Yeah, that's true. Well, there you go.
I'll have to say Grand Theft
So,
Auto 5 too.
is it? So we're all in agreement on this?
Sure.
Cool. Best. I'm trying to find best soundtrack on Silver PRs. He said GTA 5 as well. So there you go. All right, best voice actress: Ashley Johnson as Ellie from The Last of Us, Courtney Draper as Elizabeth from BioShock Infinite, Camilla Luddington as Lara Croft from Tomb Raider, and Ellen Page as Jodie Holmes in Beyond Two
Why are these
Souls.
all women?
It
Because
says
it's
best
voice actress.
Why are they all girls? I don't understand. Where's Soap?
I'm tired.
I think it'll be Ashley Johnson.
God, that threw me off so bad.
Yeah, it did.
I'm just gonna follow Alex on this one because I've not played any of these games.
Yeah.
No.
Well, my thought is the way the VGAs usually go is that they don't do every category at once. It's always like, oh, we're just gonna do like a whole bunch of them at the same time when like one person's on stage, so they can just like give them out one at a time.
We're gonna do one big category and then we're gonna list them off shadily in the background.
Exactly. So I think they're good. God, see, that's the thing. It's either gonna be The Last of Us or BioShock Infinite for like best voice actor or voice actress, because Troy Baker's on both of them.
Yep.
So I think I'll be the odd man out. I'll say Courtney Draper.
Okay. Evan, how about you?
I'd have to say Last of Us as well.
All right. Silver PR also Ashley Johnson. So best voice actor: Troy Baker as Joel in The Last of Us, Troy Baker as Booker DeWitt in BioShock Infinite, Stephen Ogg as Trevor Phillips in GTA 5, or Willem Dafoe as Nathan Dawkins in Beyond Two Souls. It's Joel, Troy Baker, hands down.
Yeah.
I think.
I'll have to go with Alex.
Again, I haven't played any of these games. I wouldn't know.
Then guess.
I'm going with Willem Dafoe.
I know you love Willem Dafoe. But come on, guys, seriously, he looks scarier without the Green Goblin mask. Nobshin, I know it's killing you. What do you think?
I have a strong feeling it's going to be Trevor for some reason.
Stephen Ogg? He did a great
Yeah.
job.
I love him. He was my favorite character from that fucking
I
game.
do not like him.
But if Troy Baker does not win this, he got nominated twice. Like, come on, he has to win.
Like, in both cases, he did a very good job. I think in The Last of Us, he did a significantly better job. But, come on. He kind of earned it.
Yeah, he kind of does. But I'll still say
Stephen Ogg.
Stephen Ogg, sure.
And Evan, you were with Last of Us?
Yeah.
Silver PR also said Joel in The Last of Us. Best casual game.
This one's hard.
Animal Crossing New Leaf, Disney Infinity, Plants vs. Zombie 2, It's About Time, and Skylanders Swap Force.
Well,
Animal
it won't be
Crossing.
that fucking game.
Animal Crossing.
That's a good one. What do you think, Scott?
Plants vs Zombies 2.
Okay. Also very valid.
I think I'll go with Disney Infinity.
Disney Infinity? Okay.
Yeah.
Silver PR went with Plants vs. Zombies 2.
Fuck that game.
Yeah, kinda. Best handheld game: Animal Crossing New Leaf, Pokemon X and Y, Tearaway, The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. I know it's gonna be Pokemon, but it fucking should be Zelda. But yeah, Pokemon. I think it'll be Pokemon. Fucking bullshit, though. Pokemon's great, but no comparison.
Oh, you'll be even sadder when you see the other lists where this title is not on there.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's gonna be Zelda.
You think it's gonna be Zelda?
Pretty sure it's gonna be Pokemon. But okay,
Zelda 2.
Okay, so now we should
hands down, it's better.
Yes, no questions.
Fuck everybody who tries to tell me otherwise.
I think it'll be Pokemon though. If it's Zelda, I'm fucking no tears are gonna be lost on my account. Silver PR said Zelda as well. Best PC game: Battlefield 4, Gone Home, Papers, Please, and The Stanley Parable.
I want to say Stanley Parable, but
Why are you laughing, Evan?
You,
I think Stanley Parable's funny.
that's the name.
I just thought that was funny. Best PC game. I don't know why, but I just
Most of them are indie games. Kind of funny.
yeah.
It is good to see a lot of indie games on this list. I think
Battlefield's
Gone Home will
gonna
win.
hands down, though.
I think Gone Home will win.
I don't know. I think a lot of people like Battlefield 4. But
Again, this is
Not now.
Best
Yeah.
PC game. Yeah.
I think Gone Home will win. Not
What do you say, Evan?
my answer, but okay.
Battlefield.
Then, mine was Gone Home as well.
Okay. Good to know I'm not alone on that one.
So,
You're winning alone, aren't you?
Silver PR said Battlefield 4 as well. So, Harold, I know you're posting comments. I'm going to get to them at the end of this. Make your pick for best Nintendo game: Pikmin 3, Rayman Legends, Super Mario 3D World, or The Wonderful 101. Of course, because Zelda isn't a Nintendo game, apparently. Mario 3D World's going to win.
Yeah.
And Rayman Legends isn't a Nintendo game. I just want to point that out. Wonderful 101 was at least published by Nintendo. Like, there's some sense in that kind of.
And it's not even exclusive towards it, I don't think, anymore.
No, it's not at all. It got delayed because it wasn't going to be exclusive.
Yep.
Um,
It does not belong on this list.
no, it doesn't, but it's there.
Zelda belongs on this list, but it's not here.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I think it will be Mario 3D World.
I'm
I
done.
do too. I think it's Mario.
Scott, pick
As
one.
far as I go.
So Scott picked
yeah.
Pikmin 3.
Sure, I'll put it in. Mine's Mario as well, even though, no, definitely Mario.
Okay. Silver PR is Mario as well. Cool. Best PlayStation game: Grand Theft Auto 5, Rayman Legends again, The Last of Us, and Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider was marketed on Xbox, by the way. Last of Us, because it's the only one that makes sense.
I feel like whoever wrote this list, it's like it had.
Well, they like sanction off third-party games because they don't have a third-party category, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of like section them off into either PlayStation or Xbox games.
Like every year when they do like best Xbox game, there's always like a bunch of third parties, like one Xbox game on there.
Yeah, to be fair to those listening, the VGX nominees list is not reflective of the Irrational Passions Game of the Year lists. Our categories will make sense, I assure you, except for the ones that aren't supposed to.
Most irrational game.
The Walrus Award. Yeah, I think it'll be The Last of Us. Scott,
What?
I need you to pick. You got to participate. This is mandatory.
I quit.
Fire.
Scott picks Rayman Legends. Come on, Scott.
Really?
Come on.
I quit.
No, come on.
I quit.
Come on. Do this so we can get through this.
I
So
actually
Ethan.
agree.
This
doesn't
this
get over it.
list quite literally has a lot of stupid on it.
Yes, but that's why
I
we
agree,
love the
Scott,
VGX. I
agree,
mean,
but
Scott picks The Last of Us. Evan.
All right.
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh. Ooh. Good one.
Nobshin.
Oh, Last of Us for me.
All right. Best Xbox game: BioShock Infinite, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Tomb Raider. Silver
It's
Peak. Last one, by the way. Tomb Raider's on both. This is fucking blowing my mind. And so is GTA 5. What's happening?
And then Rayman Legends was on both the other thing. Again, list full of stupid.
Yeah,
Done.
but
I just realized that they don't have BioShock Infinite on best PlayStation game. that kind of disturbs me now. But never
yeah, just gotta love the VGAs, guys.
mind.
Grand Theft Auto because everybody seems to love it and it's sold a whole bunch.
Again, the reason why these lists are all fucked up is part of the reason why we do this.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna say GTA 5.
I am too.
I'm going to say Tomb Raider because that game needs its fucking dues.
Scott,
We are on PlayStation or Xbox.
Xbox.
Brothers, A Tale of Two Souls.
Souls.
Oh.
Brothers: A Tale of Beyond Two Souls.
Nah, fuck that. This game's 5 times better.
Brothers does look pretty good. Best DLC, and Silver PR picked Tomb Raider. By the way, now I'm assuming.
Oh, cool.
Best DLC: Borderlands 2, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep, Dishonored: The Knife of Dunwall, Far Cry 3: Blood Dragon, because that was DLC, guys. Or Mass Effect 3: Citadel. There's so much wrong with all of what's happening. For reference, Far Cry 3: Blood Dragon is not DLC, it's a standalone game.
Mm-hmm.
It's $15. You can buy it. Download it now on the PlayStation Network or the Xbox Game Store. Or the PC. I'm going to say Far Cry 3.
I want to say Borderlands 2.
Evan.
I'm going to say the
Scotty?
special effects in the background. What?
The weird,
If
like,
the list is
the
allowed
weird,
to be
purple
fucked
effects.
up, then my answer's allowed to be fucked up. Fuck you.
Scott picks Far Cry 3.
What was yours again? Alex? Far Cry?
Mine was Far Cry 3. Evan was Borderlands 2.
Oh. I don't want to.
And
No,
Scott
Jim.
says Far Cry 3. In my hearts of hearts, it should be Citadel, but it's going to be Borderlands.
Okay.
I know it's going to be Borderlands, and it's going to tear me apart.
Best DLC, Silver PR said Citadel. I'm gonna
Oh,
skip
you're a
Best
good
Driving.
man, Citadel. It's going to be Forza 5, so don't worry about it.
I'm gonna skip Best Driving Game.
Yeah,
I
it's
think-
going to be Forza 5, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's like not even have to worry about it. Best Fighting Game: Dive Kick. Dive Kick. Injustice, Gods Among Us, Killer Instinct, and Tekken Revolution. It's Injustice. I'm very confident in that. Although, just for those people looking at the like voting page, the screenshot that they have for Injustice is one of the screenshots from the iOS Tap Tap game.
Are you serious?
I'm
Wow.
so fucking serious, and I'm really fucking upset. So there you go.
Wow.
VGX. Again, this is why we do this. But yeah, I think it'll be Injustice hands down.
I want to say Dive Kick.
Okay. Scotty?
Tekken Revolution. Because
Okay.
it's better.
That is opinion.
This is a
Nabashin.
fact.
Injustice. Hands
Okay.
down.
Silver PR is once again on my bandwagon of Injustice. Best RPG: Final Fantasy XIV Online: A Realm Reborn, Fire Emblem Awakening, Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch, and Pokemon X and Y.
Pokemon.
I think it'll be Fire Emblem.
Oh.
I gotta
Final
get some
Fantasy
points up on you
14.
guys. It could be Final Fantasy 14.
I have to say Pokemon.
You can say Pokemon Nabashin.
I'm going with Ni no Kuni.
Oh, one of each. Here's what Tony and Greg will say.
You know what really upsets me, Alex?
Silver PR said Ni no Kuni. So
You know what upsets me?
what's up?
I've only seen Assassin's Creed on one of these lists.
That is true. It's actually like a really good Assassin's Creed too.
And you know how much Assassin's Creed 3 got nominated, even though that game
I know.
played BS last year?
Yeah, like Assassin's Creed didn't deserve half of these nominations, but this year it actually kind of does. The next category is Best Independent Game. We have Gone Home, Kentucky Route Zero, Papers, Please, and The Stanley Parable. I think it'll be Gone Home.
Papers, please. Because racism is funny and everybody knows it.
Game is so fucked up in the best way. I played the beta. Nobshin, what do you think?
I will say Gone Home.
Silver PR agrees.
You got mine, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
You were Stanley Parable. You're gonna skip Best Sports Game because it's gonna be NBA 2K.
Yep.
Best Action Adventure Game:
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, Grand Theft Auto 5, The Last of Us, and Tomb Raider.
Assassin's Creed.
The Last of Us.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Alright, just give me a second, please.
Take your time.
And yes, I'm still here, Google. Jesus Christ. Hold
Yeah,
on.
God,
I saw
Google.
Rockstar North, Alex, and before I saw Rockstar, I saw North, and I was like, no.
Alright, The Last of Us.
That's
Sky
their Scottish studio. Scotland. That's where their main studio
Evan
is.
is Assassin's Creed.
Scott's GTA, I'm Last of Us. What about you, Nabashin? Are you going Tomb Raider?
Actually, I am going Tomb Raider.
Cool. Silver
This really upsets
PR.
me. This is the only category Assassin's Creed's in.
Really?
Yes.
Silver PR says GTA 5.
This really upsets me. It should have been in so many more categories.
Again, Silver PR's picks, for those listening, he sent us an email with all of his picks. You can too if you want to. And those are his personal picks, what he thinks should win. He's not doing what we're doing. The next category is Best Shooter: Battlefield 4, Bioshock Infinite, Call of Duty Ghosts, and Metro Last Light.
Battlefield
Bioshock.
4.
Uh,
Bioshock's a shooter?
Yes, it's a first-person shooter.
Bioshock Infinite.
Like, I should play that game.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Scott, what about you?
Hmm.
You
By
never
the,
played it.
by the way, you should mention that game works now. Battlefield 4.
Battlefield 4 works on PS4 now. Holy shit, guys. They patched it.
64 players.
Yeah, Tony got into a match with 64 players.
Call of Duty Ghost.
Runs awesome. Call of Duty Ghosts? Really? With the review scores out there?
Yes.
Okay. We're
Um,
putting Call of Duty to the real test with that one.
Well, you see, you're trying to use logic, and clearly that doesn't exist. So,
Touche, Scott. Nabshin.
Battlefield.
Okay. Studio of the Year: Irrational Games, Naughty Dog, Rockstar North, The Fulbright Company. Rockstar North. I say that because I think The Last of Us is going to win Game of the Year.
mm,
But I think
the Fulbright Company.
Okay.
Which one?
Fulbright Company made Gone Home.
Okay. Fulbright.
I'm gonna go with Irrational Games.
I want to say that just because of our podcast, but you know.
Rockstar North. Like, hold on a second.
Take your time, Nabshin. Silver PR wrote down
Games.
Rockstar North. He agrees with me.
Oh,
And
what's
I
that
think-
thing? Fulbright?
Scott was Fulbright.
And so
My thing with
Alright.
Rockstar North is that I think that's going to be their reward for making a technical achievement like GTA 5, but Last of Us will still win Game of the Year. And here we are, Game of the Year.
Assassin's Creed should be in this category.
Bioshock Infinite, Grand Theft Auto 5, Super Mario 3D World, The Last of Us, and Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't know if it should be on this list. I'll say.
Tomb Raider.
Assassin's Creed should.
Scott says Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
I said Tomb Raider.
I think
Really?
it will be The Last of Us.
I'm probably with you.
Like, it's going to be a whole quality over quantity thing versus GTA 5 at this point. Like,
The whole
everybody
thing we were
knows.
talking about, we predicted this on Alex Talks.
Yeah. Everybody knows that GTA 5 is a great game, but The Last of Us is a better game.
Alright.
In
You know what? I'll
my
go
opinion.
against you. I'll go
You-
against you. Just I'll say GTA 5 just because.
Try and pick up some points.
Maybe.
Silver PR says The Last of Us. Scott, you said Tomb Raider. Evan said Tomb Raider. I said Last of Us. Nabshin said GTA 5.
Yep.
Well, there you go, guys. Those are our picks, what we think will win at the VGX on December 7th. Now, we're going to be watching them. And we're going to be looking at those hot premieres and talking about them on the show. So look out for that. We'll be recording before it, though, next time. So keep that in mind. That's it. Let's go, Evan. Your releases, please.
Wait, doesn't Harold have votes?
Oh yeah, Harold put in some comments. He said most anticipated invalid because Smash Brothers isn't on the list. Titanfall wins, he says. He says his game of the year should be Mario, but GTA 5 will win. He said the studio is invalid because no Nintendo representation. He says Irrational Games will win. He said the best RPG will be Fire Emblem, and the best soundtrack is invalid because no Zelda.
You understand that Nintendo games are also invalid.
Apparently. All right, Evan, take it away.
Yay! I'm gonna tell you what you want, what you really, really want.
Okay.
You have
I
a
know
problem,
want
sir.
the games. I know you want those.
I want the games.
All right,
Please.
so this past week on PSN for the PS4, we have NBA Live 14 for $60. Such a ripoff.
Yeah, no, that game looks horrible.
Yeah. The PS3, we have Farming Simulator for 30, Need for Speed Rivals for 60, Air Conflicts Vietnam for 30, Aqua Plaza,
Aquapazza?
yeah, something like that
I don't know.
for 30, Arcania: The Complete Tale for 30, Blood Knights for 15. This past week on XBLA, we have Soul Calibur 2 HD Online for $20, and that's it. This past week on Dinnerware for the Wii U, we have Super Mario 3D World for $60, Coaster Crazy Deluxe for 10, The Mysterious Cities of Gold Secret Paths for 20. No,
Wow.
15. Sorry,
15.
Edge for $2. Brawl Brothers.
Right, you got there.
For the 3DS, we have Legends of Zelda.
Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds for $40.
Yes. Mario Party Island Tour for 40. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies
Turnabout Reclaimed DLC for $5.
for
$6. Excuse me.
Connection for 5. Christmas Wonderland 3 for 8. Jewel Match 3 for 7. And Oh No Odyssey for
In the Phoenix Wright DLC, your defendant is a killer whale.
okay.
Oh no.
For the DSi, where we have hands-on tanagrams And it
Tangrams?
no price.
No price listed.
And the retail releases for the week of November 26, 2013, we have Air Conflicts for the PS3 and 360. We have Ease, Memories of Calcutta.
Calcutta?
And we have Halo Origins bundle for the PS3 and 360.
For the
Just
360.
Just the 360.
Jesus. Fixing craps, Evan.
Um,
Excluding the Nintendo games we did last week.
Pick. These are hard.
Harold says Scott is invalid.
I have to do Halo for my pick. My crap would be the city construction. Because why?
My pick is the Phoenix Wright DLC. My crap is Air Conflicts. Scotty.
I pick. Oh, hey, yeah, you left Zelda open for me. Yay.
Well, I said excluding the Nintendo games from last week. I forgot to take them off the list. But if you want to pick it, you can be that guy.
Well, they came out this week.
Man, we mentioned them.
He's
last
that guy.
week. He's that guy. All right, Zelda. Stupid crap.
Super Mario 3D World.
Fuck you. You did that to spite me and Harold somewhere. Machine. Please.
Pick probably Ease, and crap will probably Coaster Crazy Deluxe.
All right. We have a voicemail from Silver PR. See if this works. Please work.
What's up, Alex and company? Right here, Silver PR.
What?
This is gonna be all Korra talk. I'm just gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about the last two episodes. Nice ending to the book 2. Cliche that last giant battle, but in episode 13, they did the whole thing that the evil Avatar and he got all Godzilla on New Republic City. Yeah, it was gonna happen, but it was okay. At least Korra got her dominance in how to change, linked up with his spiritual world, and the whole thing with the cast avatars and start from the beginning. It's kind of interesting. So yeah,
It's a long
I kinda
voicemail.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
But a couple things I want to say. Number one, if in book 3 they do a love triangle between Mako, Korra, and Asami, I seriously gotta cut a bitch. This needs to stop. They did it in 1, they did it in 2. It was okay for plot mechanisms, but my God, if they're gonna do it on 3, somebody's gonna die. But the thing is that I may be afraid I'm gonna kill somebody because, when you break up with somebody and you say that you love each other and it ends up in a passionate kiss, dude, that thing doesn't work that way. It's not gonna happen. Anyway, seriously, but the whole thing, and now that they already revealed the book 3 theme, I think it's gonna be awesome. And I hope that Mako and Asuka get chained together again for the next season, because he saw her for what she was, and she had a little bit of change of heart, regardless of her evilness. But I don't know, maybe next season they're gonna see her for what she is, or this is what it was all under the robe or something. I don't know. Nickelodeon is doing quite a couple of things out of place for that time frame showing cartoons. So I don't know. It's interesting. I kind of like it and I enjoy it. So yeah. I hope that you guys already said what you were thinking about it before I said this. So yeah, have a fun one, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, Silver PR, for participating in Core Talk. We will be back, don't worry, for Season 3. We'll be talking about it. No worries.
Yep.
Yeah, that love triangle's got to stop. It's over. Seriously. Put an end to it. Also, we failed to mention the incredible wrap-up on the Eska Bolin story.
Oh, that was so good!
Which was fantastic. I got caught up in the idea of a dog ending to the world.
I was so caught into that moment. It's like, oh, they so deserve each other now.
I know. That moment with Bolin was so real. Yeah. That was the best acting I've seen. Yeah. Acting. Thank you, Silver PR. I hope you liked what we thought of Legend of Korra Season 2 ending. You can send us a voicemail just like Silver PR did by calling 404-590-1337.
It's like late.
Because it is. Standard long distance fees do apply, though. Keep that in mind. You can also email us at mailsack@irrationalpassions.com. That's
Like
MAIL sack at irrationalpassions.com. You can follow each of us on Twitter to get updates on what we're up to. I am at AlFighter27. Sounds just like it. It spells just like it sounds. Evan is at Sticker Glue.
Hey, that's me.
Scott is at What Chuz.
Mm-hmm.
Damien is calling.
Yeah, this is not Evan.
Should I answer it? Nobishin's at Nobishin186.
Why would you do that?
NABESHIN 186. And yeah, the other people aren't here. We do live streams weekly over at twitch.tv/Rash Passions. Could be put on hold though, because we got to get some new equipment for next gen live streams. Keep it in mind. We'll be back with a vengeance, no worries. We do YouTube content every week. Check out the video reviews that Brendan has started pumping out. The DuckTales Remastered video review is up on our YouTube page. That's youtube.com/RationalPassions. Really good stuff. Some other stuff. Please rate and review us on iTunes. It helps us out a great deal. Follow the show on Twitter at IrrationalPod for updates on when the show goes live, like we are right now, when posts go up on the site, and when the podcast goes out. And don't forget to follow our little sister show at MaliciousPod for some similar things, just more about anime. And please tell your friends, because word of mouth is the best way to spread the love. And of course, everything you need to know about Irrational Passions you can find on our website, irrationalpassions.com. Tons of great opinionated content going up there every week.
Yep.
That's all I got, Nabishin. I don't even have music prepared.
That's okay. I barely have a question, so
Okay,
it always
shoot. Nabishin, ask.
Oh God, talk about hair. Like hair on your head, like hair. There's like your hair management tips or something. I don't know.
I care a lot about my hair. I'll say this, although it's fucking gross.
Sometimes it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, so like when I'm around you guys, because like I haven't been in a relationship for like 2 years now, so I just don't care about my appearance for the most part now. So I don't try as much when I'm around my friends, especially, which is not good. But like when I do try, when I shower, when I shave, when I clean myself up, I do look good, and I'm always very particular about how I want my hair to sit or whatever.
Make out that chin.
Yeah, guys, just make it that little chin I got. You guys didn't see me, like, I shaved the day before you guys came over on Thursday. Oh my god, I hadn't...
I saw you.
Yeah,
Movember.
Scott saw me. Ethan got me pulling into the No Shave November because he wanted to know, and I got halfway through. It was so fucking disgusting, I had to get rid of what was on my face. Oh my god, it was gross.
I'm shaving tomorrow. It's really itchy right
Yeah,
now.
I can see your stubble growing in,
It's
Evan.
really itchy.
It's grown in thick.
Yeah, I haven't shaved this whole month, and I haven't shaved before this month too. So now I feel like really gross on my face. So I'm ready for this month to end, so I
Yeah,
can
like-
shave it.
I don't
'Cause I
like
know
facial hair, I'll say that.
Because as soon as I go home, I know my dad is the first thing my dad will say. Oh, look at stuff on your face. Like, I'm sorry, it's November. It happens.
Yeah, like,
Actually,
that's the reason I shaved.
as for
I had
me
to do it before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Like as for me and my hair is like it's like when it's short like this, I should say, it's really manageable. It's not that bad. Like I didn't even like have the concept of like cutting my hair myself until like I moved up here, and I was like, oh yeah, I have to shave my hair myself now. I just like got some fucking I just cut off. I was like, okay, sure, whatever. I barely care about what my hair looks like. It's easy to imagine. It's easy to manage when you're like a black person, I guess you could say.
I get my hair.
When I have
Go.
when I had long hair though, oh man, that was like such a nightmare. It was like I never went anywhere to actually get it done. I actually had my mom do it for like for the past like 2 or 3 years, maybe longer. I had hair for such a long time. She was like pretty much, and my mom, she kind of knew how to braid because she braided when she was younger, but she never really like did it and like she just kind of learned like doing my hair, so that was like a kind of cool thing. Other things involving hair, I don't have chest hair, I guess, so that's something.
Neither do
I have
I.
hairy legs,
I do too.
and I love having my mustache. I never shaved my mustache until I moved to Japan, and that's like the only time I ever shaved my mustache. And then after I came back, I just grew it back. So
Yeah, man. Mustache is the only facial hair I can grow, and I do not look good with it.
You
Um,
can sort of grow a beard.
You can grow a beard, Scott.
It's I can grow stubble.
Mm-hmm.
But
I've seen you
it's
with like
even,
vicious
it's,
stubble. Then.
It's even stubble for the most part,
Yeah.
but that's about it.
Yeah.
Other than that, how I take care of my hair is I cut it.
Yep.
That's it.
yourself
You guys ever-
or you compare?
I just go to a barber shop. Anyone
Okay,
doesn't really matter. Like I get a 3.6. 2.4 is a little too short. And it comes off with the 2.4. You have to cut it a lot more often than when you do a 3.6
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
to make it look good. When I start like, I have to do something with my hair. Time to cut it.
I usually get my hair cut every 3 months to about the same length. It's nothing like it's very specific. It's nothing. No numbers could define it. I always get it cut shorter in the back because the back of my head grows. The hair there grows faster for some reason.
Two the pink one stink.
Yeah, exactly.
I usually get my hair cut like once a month.
I don't even know. I'm sorry.
I usually get it about 1.5 inches, 2 inches off all the way around.
Yeah. I always get it cut to my eyebrows and cut halfway down my ears and then shorter in the back. That is my measurement. And I have to. It gets so thick is a problem. Like when I have longer hair, I have to double poo because sometimes man get a double poo.
That sounds really nasty.
Your abdomen has severe pain.
Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes you just that abdomen pain gets so bad you got to double poo. But yeah,
Okay. Here's a question. How? I don't even know how to like to word it really. But like, how hairy would you like your women to be?
How hairy I like my women to be?
I don't really mean like in the actual way. I just mean like I don't know.
What kind of hair
It's
do you
kinda
like on
weird.
girls?
I guess I like long
I like
hair.
long hair on women, man. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
I'm the same way.
Long hair, put it in a ponytail, like one ponytail, or just like let it go. Looks real good.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
totally there with you.
simple stuff, man. That's what looks best in my opinion. I like
Short
straight-
hair is nice, but like when it's like right where your ears is at, I don't know. That just looks wrong to me. I don't know why.
I know I'm totally with you, like 100%. I agree. It's just like it's not something I think is attractive personally, but I know a lot of people that do. Like Joe, for example, loves short hair, like the pixie cut. He thinks that's real cute. I like long straight hair. Not a big fan of curly hair. Shave your legs, please, and your armpits. That's all I got.
I have a friend who shaves his armpits.
I would shave my
A male
armpits,
friend.
but I don't get thick hair on my armpits, so I don't have to worry about it. If I did, I would fucking get that shit out because it's gross. All right, shit festers in there.
It's not true.
Evan, Scott, any preferences?
No.
Okay, Scott,
But not short.
not short. Okay, that's 3
All
not
right.
shorts. All right, that's the show. That's all you got an option.
Yeah, that's all.
All right, cool. That was a good question. It ended up being pretty good. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Harold, for watching. I don't know why you do this every week. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you, Danny, to your opening and closing music of Two Player Co-op and The World is Saved. We love you all, and we will be talking to you in 2 weeks. So hopefully this will be out before Thursday of next week. I will try. But yeah, we are taking next week off, and then we'll be back the following week, just pre-VGX to talk about whatever's happening in the gaming world. So hopefully we'll be able to sit down and really dig into some games this Thanksgiving weekend. With that, thanks for listening, guys. I'm Alex O'Neill. Thank you, Evan, Nabishin, and Scott, of course, for joining me.
Problem.
And play your game, stay irrational. Talk to you guys next week.
Titles.
Read
Since
me
when do
some
you
titles.
introduce yourself? At the end.
I've been doing that for like 3 weeks now. Longer than that.
I'm Alex O'Neill. That's the first time I heard that.
Really?
We've done this since the start of the show. It's actually recently been cut down to just Alex.
Yeah, I usually say, I've been your host, Alex.
There you go. That's what it sounds wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and we-
Sometimes
That
I'll
sounds
say,
about all.
I'm Alex O'Neill. Yeah.
And it used to be much longer than that. It usually used to be Alex, me, and Scott.
Yeah.
Saying it.
Yeah, like everyone would go, Nabishin was here for that. Like, I'm Evan.
The
I'm
problem
Alex,
with
I'm
that
Nabishin,
is
blah, blah,
the
blah.
problem with that is
Yeah.
Nabishin and Tony's would not agree
Well,
that
but-
someone had to go last.
We
Well, but
would
Tony's
go, I've been
logic,
your
he
host,
said the
Alex.
last
I've
person-
been your host, Nabishin. I've been your host, Scott. We do that. And the problem is people wouldn't pay attention.
No!
I was normally on point. The problem is Evan. Try and go right after Alex every single time.
No, by Tony's logic, he said that, like, oh, the last person to join the show is supposed to be the last person to say something. And I was like, okay, then I should be the last person to say something. But no, he must have messed it up. And then Alex
Yeah,
said, fuck it, I'll just outro everybody now, because everybody wants to be
That's you guys were there for that. It was
Yeah.
literally in the titles credits part where I was like, "Fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm just gonna Damon Hatfield this shit."
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. It's
Anyway, titles.
Titles. You guys just got a little peek into how the show gets formatted.
Hey!
Some titles.
Alright. Xbox, hey, what's going on? This game, High Rules. That
I don't
actually
know who
wasn't
said
bad,
that.
by the way. No one actually said that. I just put it there.
You
most of these are
showed
puns.
me that fucking video, Nabishin, and yeah. Well,
Yeah,
okay.
most of these are just puns because we didn't really have much this week, and I just throw shit them out.
Yeah, it was pretty straightforward.
You look really good because of it. That's what Evan said. The Legend of Shatner. That's we talk about William Shatner and much of the
Twilight
for some
Zone.
reason. I don't know. Takes his boot away because I thought that was funny. Pirates of the Caribbean. That's been used before.
That's fucking great.
I think we found our winner.
Oh, definitely.
Uh,
Continue though.
Crybaby Wars because Evan cries. The Mew hotness. Mew. I thought was funny because of Mario.
That's
Uh,
yeah, that's good.
Okay. We you are.
We are.
We are. Why is there only women here?
That one was also really fucking good.
Trying to use logic, which doesn't exist. I really like that one. Scott said that.
Yeah, that was good.
and two in the pink, one in the stink because I felt nasty for a second, but whatever.
Yeah, you nasty man.
You nasty.
You stop, you nasty man.
We can't do that. That's a comedy button thing, isn't it?
Yeah, how did you know, Scott?
We were in the
look
car.
good. What?
Oh, fuck, really? Okay.
Yep.
Blacked out. Pirates of the Caribbean. Gregabian.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's so good. Scott, I want you to say it. Evan, say the show number. It's 156.
And I recycled this too. This is funny because no one wanted it before. Now Brian wants it.
It was good last time, but there was something that was really good. Never stop.
Alright, this is Irrational Passions, episode 156.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
All right, there you go. That's how a podcast is made. Stop recording. Stopping broadcast.